Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Paper Dungeon.
Woo!
That's us. We're here. It's been forever. Oh my goodness! And we're actually playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, the thing that this channel does.
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm
What?
Aaron,
Wait,
also
wait,
known as
wait,
Vanderbilt.
wait, DM.
What?
We aren't a repo channel.
We
Not
were.
what
We're
Oh.
rebranding.
oh,
We were
I
for a
see.
month and a half.
Yeah. More money in the D&D space.
Uh-huh.
I'm Aaron, also known as Vanderbilt. I'm our DM for this wonderful season.
I'm Gracie. I play Addie the Fighter.
I'm Drew. I play Talith, the lovely wizard.
I'm Jar Jar, and I play Medora.
I play Grant, the gorgeous. Wait. My name's Grant. I play Leslie, the gorgeous ranger.
And
I'll be honest.
you are
everybody.
lovely, Grant. I want you to know that.
Thank you. And I'll be honest, everybody. I failed you all. And this is a public apology. I did not come to this episode prepared with a fun fact.
I could see you scrolling
For
aggressively.
shame.
So I'm gonna share a fun fact that I in fact know.
Mhm.
I believe frogs cannot swallow with their eyes closed.
That's Grant's
believe that?
potentially not true fact of the day.
Wait. DM,
Um,
can I share an also potentially not true fun fact of the day?
Yeah, absolutely. With two potentially true facts.
I also
make one
heard
true
at
fact.
one point that goldfish don't have stomachs. I don't know if that's
Also
true or
That
not,
potentially
can't be
true.
true.
part of Dungeons and the Dragon is exploring the unknown. So that's what we're here to do today. You guys can find that out for yourselves. I've got a couple of things to say before we start. First of all, it's happy to have you back. I want to say shout out to our Kickstarter people. Couldn't be here without you. Thank you very much. Working real hard. It's the holiday season, and let me tell you, I mean, one of the main driving forces behind getting a lot of that stuff done is in Vietnam. So shout out to DJ. He's he's getting out of there today. I also want to say, hey, if you aren't mature, let it be known. Sometimes this campaign can be a little mature. If you can't handle that, then you should go, and that's okay. We still love you, but goodbye. You can come back maybe on a different stream sometime. Maybe when you're a little bit older, when you know a little bit more. Grant has his hand raised.
I have an actual fact that I actually learned when watching space videos because I like watching videos about planets. Pluto is in the Kuiper Belt, and one of the things that makes a planet is that they dominate the orbital space they're in. But Pluto is in the Kuiper Belt with a bunch of stuff in it, and Pluto isn't even the biggest object in the Kuiper Belt.
That's because I thought you said you liked watching videos about planets, Grant.
Oh,
What?
oh,
You got me there.
I did.
You got me there.
Wow, is it
All right, let's get the show on the
That's my
road.
fun fact of the day. Grant is a liar. Drew, you can send us in. Last time on the Paper Dungeon, our group was taking some time trying to figure some stuff out on the more industrial side of the planet of Vadakesh. They had a couple things to get done. First of all, they dropped off the on its own spirit journey Oda. And then while they were there, the two of you, aka Addie and Talith, oh boy, it's been a while with the names, guys, decided to see if you could deal with the demonic bugs that are currently in your heart and are not fun to be there. So you talked to a couple different options. You talked to Vanya, who informed you that while she could get rid of them, she won't, because she made a pact a couple hundred years ago. She's not allowed to mess with the martial world and stuff like that. And also, hey, I need that guy who was dealing the drugs because I'm gonna rip him nose to tail. So go get him. So you're kind of given a little mini quest there. And so instead, you found some solace in Talith's father figure / legal guardian / crazy old man
Maybe all
who
the above.
lives in a machine shop, and he installed some little basically speakers that project the silence spell just around your heart that are just in your body now. You guys pack up. You got what you're coming here for. You have some wonderful conversations. You talk to the old man, Qian Luo. I was like, Kin Cow. No, he's evil. And also spoke with Kin Lun. The wonderful Leslie had a conversation with Kin Lun. Qian Luo, not doing great, in a pretty bad state, still clinging on to life, barely. As we kind of ended the last episode, you were woken after a long rest by a blood-curdling scream coming from Medora's bedchamber. Now, this is not exactly a huge ship. It's big enough for a sizable crew, but the majority of the living quarters are like connected. Like there's a group living space. Thankfully, your group itself is very small. So each of you kind of have your own little rooms that you have requisitioned. Some of them weren't originally intended to be rooms. Medora specifically, you found the equivalent of a broom closet under the stairs because that's just kind of where you feel at home, you know? So you have a very small kind of sailor's cot that is kind of strung up along the wall there. There's some piles of ropes and some nets. You're not sure if anyone really knows where you're sleeping because like they might need these nets one day. You have not had... That's not the correct statement. You have had nightmares. You have them semi-regularly. But there are few demons that wander through your nightmares that you have neither befriended nor defeated. It is on this night that you are lying in bed. You went to sleep as usual, nothing out of the ordinary. You open your eyes and you encounter a state of sleep paralysis. Once again, this is not too out of the ordinary for you. You know, sleep hasn't come easy for a very long time. So it's kind of it's not exactly scary. There's no demon on your chest, nothing like that. There's even if there was, it's like, man, you've been through this before, you get it. But slowly, as you are unable to move, you get a strange feeling in your core, in your stomach, in your soul. And you're not exactly sure what it is. It takes a couple of minutes. And as that feeling grows, you realize that it is dread. It is pure, unbridled fear. It is fear that you have not felt since you were a child that doesn't know pain, that doesn't know how scary the world is. It is fear without reason. It grows and blossoms and courses through you to the point where you can tell that physically you haven't moved, but you are beginning to just hallucinate based off of sheer fear. And no matter how much your chest heaves, your stomach turns, your jaw is locked to the point where you can't make noise. If anything, there is a strained, strangled breathing that comes out of you. This goes on for 20 minutes, where you are locked in this ever-growing... It is to the point where your hands have clenched so hard that your nails have bit into your palms, your teeth have bit through your lip, as you are just clenching every muscle in your body as hard as you can, until eventually those visions that now cloud your sight clear for a moment, and you see something that I would love to describe, but the only way I could describe it is indescribable. It is in the same style of like an eldritch horror, where only while looking at it could you actively describe what it is. And the moment you look away, all you are left with is the knowledge that it was there and the feeling that sits in your heart. And it's upon seeing that in your vision that your body unclenches and all of that fear and terror rips out of your throat, releasing itself into the air in that scream. The moment you make a noise, your body unclenches, the vision is gone. There is nothing in the room with you except the lingering noise that came from the core of your being, the child that still fears. A minute passes, and the rest of your crew busts around the
and I
corner
were
of your
awake.
room.
We were awake
Huh?
and talking during this.
Oh, yeah.
So we
I
were
think what-
like, I think I said
Oh,
immediately
just
I
the-
heard the scream. I sprinted
Just
out.
the distance to run takes about 30 to 45
Just like the
seconds.
cop just
Yeah,
I-
no,
Leslie
it's
I
was
can
talking
book
to his
it.
buddy too.
I'm fast.
100%. This is like a
Leslie
medium-sized
does-
ship. Takes time.
Leslie does, open the door of the captain's quarters where
Okay.
him and Captain Silver's beds are opposite of each other, respectively. And he does.
Foot to foot.
He does say, Captain Silver's, wake up, darn it! Something's going on. Something's going on with Medora. You keep an
Are
eye
we
on the
under
ship.
attack?
Nope, I don't know.
Have we been
actually.
betrayed once more?
I don't know. You go ahead and keep your eye out. I'm gonna go down and talk
I'll
to
grab me
Medora.
cutlass.
Yeah, you stay
starts-
safe out
he
there. I
rushes
don't want
under
you to
the
hurt
bed.
yourself.
Hey, good.
All right.
And he's ready.
All right, Captain, and then Captain Leslie will run down also to join the group.
Young Timothy will join you, still
Let's go.
wearing just his skivvies.
Bro, I don't want to do that. You can at least throw on some shorts, man.
He's trying to throw on pants like as he's running. He's like hopping down the
good.
hallway, pulling on a pair of sweatpants. The three of you, I assume, Talith, are you also joining them? Talith,
Nah. What? Of course. Yeah. No. Of course. I'm following quickly in tow
He's like,
behind
"Nah."
Addie.
Is it that important though right now?
I
Like,
mean,
Like we were having a
got stuff to
moment,
do.
Yeah, we
learning
had-
big things.
yeah, I just
Found out
gotta-
on board with a serial
I-
killer.
I just
Yeah.
got like 3/4 of the way through this mystery novel, and it's hot right now. And
I'm so
You mean-
close.
Talith puts in earplugs and keeps reading.
The three of you plus young T will turn the corner. Are you busting down the door?
Yeah,
Are you like
I'm
okay?
kicking it down.
The door.
however I can.
Just roll an athletics check. I'm gonna tell you right now. Regardless, the door will open.
Gladly.
Be careful. Be careful. That's nice wood there.
wait.
It's a wooden door? That's
Yeah, it's a wooden door.
I rolled a 4 on
Okay,
die.
12. That's not bad. You kick the door down with authority. It swings on the hinges. Thankfully, it is still attached, and you still have a door.
Yes.
What do they
Medora?
see when they enter, Medora? Kind of what's your state?
So it's like a dimly, it's a broom closet, so it's not, fairly well lit, but there's maybe like a single candle in the corner. You see this, it almost is like just a form that looks like Medora. It's not like her usual stance. She's gripping onto her arms, although like her hands are bloodied from when her nails originally went into her hands. She's now like smeared it on her arms, and she's now digging into them again, and you just see it kind of slowly but surely trickle. And of course it's black. You kind of see her continue to just bite her lips, because it's just a similar feeling you see, just covered from her mouth all the way down to her chest, and her eyes are stuck in fear, almost as if her like pupils are the only thing that you can see, where it's just like staring into the abyss, slightly shivering in the corner of the broom closet, not even noticing that you guys have entered.
My goodness, Medora, what's happened
Medora.
to you? Hey, you good? Medora.
Medora.
Tal, do something. You're the mind guy.
Give me a second, Leslie. We're trying not to spook her, make her more scared, and freak out again. Okay, you gotta be a little more gentle.
Yeah.
I don't know what was it?
I will just kneel. Like it's a broom closet, so I assume there's not a whole lot of space. But I would attempt. I would attempt
It
to
is
kind
big
of.
enough for 4 people to be in the room at one time. It is 10 foot by 10 foot room.
Perfect.
Well, in
So
combat terms.
so convenient.
Yeah.
I will just kneel down in front of her. Is Jar Jar is Medora just mumbling like nonsense, like
So
more or less?
basically, like keeps on saying, like it's mumbling, but it's almost like, what was it? She's like trying to figure out like what she's seeing, but she just can't grasp it. So she's like trying to mumble to herself to figure it out. But then also she's just like, she keeps on saying "mommy" as well. She's like, "Mommy, I don't know what it is. Mommy, I don't know what it is." But and like she keeps on mumbling it because it's almost as if the mumbling is like a child stuck in a corner after seeing like her parents get murdered. Like that's the most closest to what you at least feel from how she's speaking.
Yeah.
And whenever you get closer, although she doesn't look at you, her body reacts instead.
Right.
Her mind is gone right now, but her body reacts, and no, she closes in even more. She like becomes more restricted. Her nails dig deeper into her arms because all she knows right now, at least her body knows, is that you might be that same thing that she just saw. She's completely just, she's locked in on not the best thing right now.
See, this is when
Alec, do
it'd
you
be
have
great
this?
to have a cleric with calm emotions.
Yeah. That,
Oh, if
It'd
my
be
second dad were here.
If it'd be so convenient, because as a wizard, I don't have that spell.
You're more like the uncle that finds the kid in the random bedroom that's crying. You're like, hey,
you walk around with like a glass of
I will just
brandy,
So,
and
okay,
you're like,
so kind of
oh,
kneeling down in front of Medora, I'm just gonna very slowly like reach out a hand just to place like on the back of her hand just to see like what she does and how she reacts.
I don't know if I need to roll for this, but I'm assuming she's most likely going to go to try to grab his jugular.
Nice.
Right on his
Wait, I'm
neck.
gonna
for the
intercept
choke
that.
slam.
I'm gonna intercept that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I would like to, like,
go.
in a sense, use my
Sentinel.
sentinel feet to grab her wrist and bring it back down
Yeah.
gently.
The bright side is that all of you are within 5 feet of each other, so for sure you are within range.
Dora,
Oh.
it's okay. It's just your friend.
What is it? I don't know what it is. I don't
Oh
know what it
boy.
is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it
It's
is.
okay.
Should Drew ask for permission to do this, or should he just go for it? How many enemies does he want to make today?
Well,
I
there's
mean, we're
only
just
4
getting
people in
started.
the room.
Get in her head.
so-
Get in her head.
I'm just saying, like, I don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to stuff.
Just don't damage me too much. I'm
Oh, I
already
wouldn't-
mentally
no,
damaged
don't
right
worry.
now.
I'm not.
Drew-
I wouldn't
mentally,
do that.
emotionally.
I'm not feeding off your brain. I'm just looking at it.
He's like a utility knife of like a pocket knife. He's got a bunch
a
of
Swiss
different
Army
pieces.
knife.
But at the end of the day, he's still just a little knife. He's kind of got a one-trick pony thing going.
Yeah,
Part of me kinda hopes he gets,
I have
he
a
has brain
designated
clowns.
skill set. I don't branch
Yeah.
too far out of that too often.
It's very good in a very select area. Outside
we
of
just have
that,
to be
we're a
careful.
little lost.
We have to be careful here because Talith already has brain clowns, and we don't want Talith to have brain
What's
scary
one more thing?
phantasm.
No. You just got to add more in.
See,
It's like
here's
if you
the
mess
thing.
up soup.
It's
if you
perfect.
just keep adding to the soup.
Grant, it's perfect. Because if I look into Medora's mind and get like hag infected, then the hags and the clowns can start fighting each other, and it's perfect.
Oh, wait, that's kind of
We just duke it
strategic.
out.
I mean, legitimately though, like I don't have like unless we can talk Medora down. I legitimately magic wise don't have anything else.
Yeah.
All right, let me try one last thing.
So
Go
Let me
for
try
it.
one last thing. Medora, use your words.
Sorry.
Thanks, buddy.
Have you tried?
Her nails
Well,
dig deeper into her arm again. It's
oh
now
God,
like almost
Talith.
as if the entire nail that
Abby.
she's had is into her arm. All you see is nub, but her nail
Nope.
is there.
I
I
would
Do
like.
something.
I reach a hand back towards Addie. Oh boy, DM, you can let me know if this totally can't work, but I think it could. Can
My
I
favorite type of thing.
can I attempt to go in, but bring Addie with me, kind of like we did last time?
I will allow an Arcana check, specifically because you've done this before,
Okay, great.
or at least she's been in your head.
Addie, are
I
you
got it
picking up
now.
on this?
We know
Yeah.
the theory is possible.
Okay.
Why do I use this
Yeah.
one? Why do I always use this die? This is the die that I should not use because it's hard to tell what number is what. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Bro, legitimately, the number one thing that is why I
Okay.
choose a die is just if it's readable.
Okay,
It could be
17
the ugliest thing in the
Arcana.
17. I will allow it.
Okay,
It will require, if you want to dig deeper with Addie, if you're using Detect Thoughts, that will require another Arcana check on top of the dig deeper
okay.
save.
Okay, so I'll use Detect Thoughts and just see what's on the surface real quick. Aside
Medora,
from the obvious, I suppose.
here's my question. Medora, are you more focused? Are you replaying what you saw in your head or trying to, or are you just trying to reason what it is that you saw?
I believe Medora's more trying to reason with it because through Medora's life, she's seen a bunch of weird things. And usually she could figure out what she's seen or at least has reasoned with people to like, oh, that's what it was. But in this case, she just can't point it and she'd rather reason with it first. So then she's like, oh, it's just something else. But it perturbed her so much that she just can't, like, she's trying to figure out something that can fit into that reason. That's like the base layer. And I will say Medora's mind might fight
Oh,
if
yeah.
they
Oh,
go
I
dig
totally,
deeper.
I totally expect that. Okay.
Make sure you're up for the challenge, bud.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
We love to see
Addie and
it.
Talith adventures.
100%.
Leslie
We
gets to
literally
watch
have
in
death
horror.
beetles in our hearts. It's not like this is
Like
anything
you
new.
literally you don't have a lot to lose
I've
right now.
gone in the mind of a serial killer where my friend was trapped and dragged him
I mean,
out.
you're about to go
Really,
into the
but-
mind of a psychopath.
I'm a serial killer.
I mean,
None of you know
they're
that.
different.
You know, Medora doesn't know that, but we know
Yeah,
that.
maybe she's not trapped in there with you, Medora.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you got any demons you need fought, me being in there is kind of a
Best
great thing.
possible option.
yes,
But
Leslie.
The
what
prob-
if I don't want you
the
to fight
problem is
those
that the
demons?
person
What
to
if I
bring
love those
you
demons,
in
you know?
brings the demons with him.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Wait a
Talith,
minute.
like,
Wait a minute.
I am the
Let's
demon.
find these demons, and then behind him is just like 7 things that are like, nah, we're gonna mess her up.
Oh, I see a hand.
Leslie, I'm dead
I'd like to
know what
ask
you
a
want.
question.
I have potential answers.
So just so we can all be on the same page here.
Yeah.
Talith looking at Medora.
Uh-huh.
Medora reaches for Talith. Addie grabs Medora's arm.
Uh-huh.
Talith reaches back, grabs
trifecta.
Addie's hand, right?
The trifecta.
Dives into Medora's brain. What does Leslie see when they do this? Are they like
Well,
totally
I haven't quite
aware,
done
or
it
is it
quite
like
yet.
terrifying?
Well,
Their eyes
Leslie-
roll back in their head.
Leslie, I want you to know that I also haven't forgotten you. I have something for you too.
Oh, okay,
Just hasn't come
Okay,
yet.
good. You know, because I was just kind of sitting back here, like,
It's just like,
They're all having
Grant,
happy fun.
Grant,
Medora's
I could
brain.
never forget you.
I'm surprised
Okay,
Leslie's
cool.
just panicking because Medora's been his partner in crime for like.
Just breathe.
I mean, it's something
think
he
it's the,
hasn't
like-
experienced before.
I think it's like
Oh,
the
very
nails and the
true.
wrists and like the blood,
The
eyes,
and
yeah,
the
it's a lot.
murmuring and the shaking.
I forget. It's his first time seeing me like that. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't
The only
feel
person who's seen you like this
Experiences.
before is Oda, and he's not here
Yeah,
right
Leslie-
now. So the most qualified
Leslie
person.
exists on like complete different paradigms where it's like the normal for Leslie is either we're just fighting people with like guns to like that's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Girl stabbing
that's actually
herself
more
is like
accurate than
way
y'all think.
scarier.
That is more accurate than you guys think.
That's like
Yep.
like just freak is like way worse for Leslie than like
Yeah,
are
if
you
it's in the
guys
middle,
digging
So
deeper.
bad.
so
Terrible.
yeah, I will looking at Medora one more time, just say, Medora, before I do this and you get very mad at me,
Sorry. She's still just mumbling.
she's just
like,
she's totally lost. Nope. Yep. All right.
It's not. Yeah.
I'm
We're going in, Chief.
Oh God.
I just imagine Talith going, I'm about to dive in.
No. Talith has his security safety blanket known as Addie.
Yes, it's true.
That's why I'm here.
I believe this is a saving throw from
Okay,
Nail.
so yes. So the
am I right
initial
on that?
part is a saving throw by Medora.
Oh.
and on the bright side, if she saves, does she just know that you did it?
If
Or
you
does it
probe
push you
deeper, must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight. Yada yada. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay, gotcha.
But I could
Okay.
cast it again.
yeah, you've got spell slots for days.
Yeah, I didn't even have to use a spell slot for this first time,
Yeah.
and it's a wisdom save, Medora, which you should be good at.
Unfortunate.
We're looking at an 18.
Nice. Well done. Encore.
Hit her with the silvery barbs.
Silver barbs.
I just want you to know, Jar Jar, this is my life as a DM with Drew in the party, where it's like, oh, I rolled a good. and he's like, screw you.
I play a wizard in my other campaign, and I just silvery barbed a very dangerous crit.
Silvery
that would have
barbs.
killed my buddy. It was
Silvery
bad.
barbs is the only spell that I've ever seen someone go, I banned this in my games, and I'm like, maybe.
Possibly.
I'll think
So-
about it.
With silvery barbs, I roll again, right?
Yes.
And then
It
Yep,
basically,
you take
you
the lower
basically
number.
gain a disadvantage, so you roll again, and it'll be the
Gotcha.
lower.
Who are you
result.
giving advantage with your
I'm gonna give
with your
advantage
rolls,
to
Drew?
myself.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Man.
so it's
Make those
still
rolls.
in 18 because I just rolled a 14 plus 6,
Oof.
which is a dirty 20.
Oof.
GG.
Gotcha.
So sad.
Did you go next?
GG.
We're gonna try again.
Medora's
Chief.
mind. Medora's mind is like a steel trap,
Is
just
there?
filled with barbs and things to keep people out.
Wait, I
Leslie,
want to
Leslie.
make. I want to say something.
Huh?
DM,
Yeah.
if they can potentially find something that could help break my stupor, I want to say if it could give me disadvantage.
That's what I was-
again
that's
to
what
them
I'm-
doing something.
Choke
That's
her
what
out.
I'm working on. Leslie, come here.
What? Huh? What? Wait, what's going on
What's-
exactly?
What's the Medora really likes that one tea, right? There's a tea that she really likes.
Wasn't it
Can you-
that orange blossom
Yeah,
tea? I think
let's-
it was.
If we can find that and like have her smell it,
Oh, I got
it
a
might
flask
help
of it
calm her
right
down.
here.
Great.
I've been drinking it every day since. Like I
Put that
always
under her
got a
nose.
flask on me of that stuff.
we're gonna
Young
see if
Timothy-
that tea helps.
Will lean around the doorway and he'll go, I can start up a fresh brew in case that doesn't work. If maybe like hot tea is better,
Yeah,
that would be
let's
good.
do that.
Timothy.
Thank
And
you.
it sees me
always
just
know.
panicking.
Hey,
And
yeah.
he looks and he goes, she's gonna be all right.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. DM, do I have a flask of orange blossom tea?
Yeah, of course you do.
Yes.
He's addicted.
Yeah, you've been slurping on that thing like it's been giving you life.
Look, Addie, I don't want to be selfish. I know young Timothy just said
Just
hot
have
tea
her
might
smell
be
it.
better, but
Just have her
but
smell it.
listen. Okay, because I was gonna say if she could use the cold tea, then I could get the hot tea, and
That's
I prefer
great.
that.
Have her smell it, and then you
Alright.
can hand it to her.
All right, uncap.
Great. It's better.
Oh, yeah.
He just
that's
drinks
the
it
good
himself.
stuff.
Just, I just need her to
and
smell
then,
it.
and then he waves it under Medora's nose, and he,
He
does a
takes
little
the
walk.
last slurp of it and realizes it's empty.
Should I
Medora.
roll
The essence is still in there.
Leslie,
Should
the
I-
orange blossom tea, and he's like, yeah, of course.
Is that enough to offer like a disadvantage, like a distraction
I-
and stuff?
Should
Medora,
I
say
roll to see if
tea.
it works or not?
I'm just gonna say it does. You are
Okay.
not in a fully lucid. And let me tell you, orange blossom is a very different type of of smell for you. It's a different type of fear.
Yeah.
It comes with its own bundle of emotions. So you're going to war against two different things, and House United cannot stand. We're gonna-
Overstimulation.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Most likely, the moment that happens, because it's so overstimulating, Medora's eyes roll back and she just falls back onto the floor.
Oh dear.
Did that work? or
On the
not
bright
work?
side, Addie, you are still holding on to her arm.
Yeah, I'm holding her like awkwardly.
She goes a little limp. You've got one hand holding Talith, the other one holding Medora. Leslie's like underneath your arms.
You hear her shoulder pop
holding the
because
flask.
she fell back so hard you just hear something pop at her shoulder.
It's not that hard. I think in this moment, because this is something I know I can do, I would have slid my knee behind her
Yeah.
back to catch her
100%.
so she wouldn't.
Addie's
Fall.
saving me?
Addie's playing sister out
Of
here.
course she is.
Of course. It's what I do.
It's what Addie does.
I got you,
Other than
boo.
the murder-
Addie actually likes
Good
me
work,
as a
team.
culprit. Oh my goodness.
She's never given any inkling otherwise. It's all in your head, Medora.
That's why you're trying to go in. You gotta
So,
dig
yeah.
deep. Find the demons.
Can I try again?
Yes. Absolutely, you can.
Okay, great. I will
Do it
spend a spell
now,
slot
Talon,
and,
do it
uh,
now.
Medora, if you want to voluntarily
Right here.
fail, that's also
I'll leave
fine.
that up to you. If you want to
Addie, I'm
just, if
trying.
you
When I tell you, I
You
tried.
can elect. You can elect
can choose to fail.
You can just say yeah. You
The-
don't have to roll. You can just
tell
choose
me
to
right now, Medora. And by that I mean not Medora, Jar Jar.
Just saying.
Would you like to choose to fail this save because you do not have the faculties to resist at this
I'm
moment?
about to say I'm like gone at this point, so I will say that I fail the save.
Fantastic.
Yay! The power of
Nice.
teamwork.
Good
Teamwork against
stuff.
my brain. The voices.
Voices. The voices.
Talith,
Yeah.
you and Addie. Oh, yes. Roll your check first with advantage, Drew.
Yes.
So potentially just you. We'll see it.
24 DM.
Yeah, you and Addie are plunged into the mind of Medora. At first, Talith, you've been in a lot of minds.
Yeah.
Addie, this is a newer experience for you. You've only been in the mind of a serial killer that was crafted by, it's a long story.
Yeah.
Did my camera just shoot out or something?
It, for
did.
just
Yeah,
a
for
glimpse
a
for a
split
moment.
second. We're back,
back,
though.
though.
I think it's the fact that we're in Medora's mind. It's
Yeah, I was
cursing
gonna
Yeah.
say
It's
it
true.
was setting the scene.
our whole
Sorry,
situation.
y'all.
is at
My
risk.
PC has been acting weird, so I was like, what just happened?
You're good. You're good.
This is a new experience for you, Addie. Talith, you've been in a lot of minds. This is, even to you, a little strange. You can tell that right now there is a sense of movement as you dive into the recesses of her mind, and you're starting at the most forefront of memories. Specifically, the thing that is closest to her like top mental state, the most recent thing that has happened. You are presented with almost a third person perspective of the room where you are standing in reality. You can see Medora on the bed, which is, first of all, strange to you, Talith, because most memories aren't in third person. Your perspective shifts and changes. You can see physical representations of the emotions that were bottled up inside of Medora, and in real time, for you, it legitimately feels like 20 minutes. You can see physical representations of the weight within her growing and spreading and shifting as she is unable to move, unable to scream. There is a creature in this room that almost fills up the entire space. From your perspective, this third person, top down, like Dungeons and Dragons piece moving-esque perspective. This creature is bulbous and it's hard. Once again, I'm stuck with the problem of how do I describe something that you can't even fully represent. In your vision, you can't even fully lay eyes on it. You can tell that it is large. You can tell that it is enveloping the room. But if you look at it straight on, your vision is pulled to the side, as though like even in your like mental and magical form, you cannot bear to fully lay your eyes on this creature. So you can only catch a peripheral glance of it. You can see that it has a gaping mouth, a maw that shifts and breathes, eyes that dot here and there across its form, but you can't tell if they have pupils or if they're just liquid-filled sacs that flit and twist around its body.
Gross.
It is eating something. You can't tell what, but you can tell it's satiate. It is enveloping something. You can also tell that although this is a memory, it is aware of you.
Right. First question. Is it aware of Addie?
Yes. Addie, you can tell that it is aware of you as well.
Interesting.
Yes,
Is this-
that
okay.
is especially new for you.
Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
If this was her memory of before we walked in, where's this thing now?
That's a fantastic question. The question
There's my
that you
answer.
have is interrupted.
There's my answer.
I hate this.
Not by the creature.
Oh,
Within her mind, the vision in front of you begins to shatter. Strangely, the creature doesn't shift as the image does. The room begins to dissolve, and you are left with an empty box. You can still hear, you can still smell, you can still feel the air around you as it changes. You hear footsteps. You hear cries for help. You smell blood and burning hair. And you hear 6 shots from a gun. The world around you is gray and slate. The creature still present somehow in the corner of your vision seems to grow and envelop the area around you. You can tell that whatever vision that you are hearing and smelling and tasting on the air, this creature is not involved with. It is simply a spectator. It is a shadow on the wall. The room around you bucks and shakes, and almost like a shiver, like ice on a barely frozen lake as you tread a little too far. Doesn't break, it just cracks, and you can hear it shattering ever so slightly through the air. You are bucked by this ripple out of Medora's mind. This is the first time, Talith, that you have ever been forcefully expunged from someone's memories. So this is a very strange experience for you. Addie, you're like, maybe this is normal. I don't know. Last time was a memory. This is just kind of happened.
That was something.
While this is going on, Leslie, can you tell me a number that happens to be your passive perception?
yeah, I can do that. That's a 15.
To fight the creature in real
15.
life.
Great.
That's where I was thinking it was.
Oh God.
Leslie, with a 15, you get a strange sense. You occasionally take a swig.
Never
Take a swig of
ceases
tea.
to amuse me with
It's actually
his role
spiked.
play.
The tea is spiked.
Absolutely.
He
100%.
smells it
tease-
just to see.
Tea's got a couple shots in there.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Of course I can. I'd be happy to. How does an 11 do?
Not great.
Okay.
You initially get a sense of almost like a shift in the air pressure. As though you were in a tub filled with water and there was something else in that same tub of immense weight, of mass. And that thing got up and moved. And the
Ugh.
water around you flooded back into that empty space. It pulled away from you.
Guys. I assume they don't respond.
Yeah, they're still.
Leslie will stand up and like kind of peer.
mind stance.
He'll stand up and try to kind of peer into the darkness and see if he can see anything.
Absolutely. That's the perception check that I asked you for. You can't
right,
see
it's hard.
anything move. Yeah. The initial sense was the passive. So it was enough to feel the weight of something moving. What I can tell you is you are sure of two things. One, whatever you felt shift was very large, and you know that it was there. There is no doubt that there was something. You also know, this is the second thing, that it was large enough that it should not have been able to fit in this space. And you didn't feel it brush past you. So whatever it was not in a physical sense. I'll say that there's also a third. Actually, let me ask you this: can you roll a flat intelligence check? I'm sure that this is your favorite thing for me to ask you to do.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Leslie, his gears are turning. He's wondering some things. Flat intelligence check. That will be a 9.
Whew.
Come on now.
Something is hitting you. If there's something in your mind, Leslie, you can feel it. You're like, it's right on the edge. You get the sense that like you should know what just happened. Like something very specific to you that you should know, but you can't put your finger on.
Leslie is going to actually step out of the broom closet. We're under the stairs. How close is the night sky?
It would be just up a flight. It's literally a turn and maybe 10, 15
Leslie
feet.
will quickly and quietly go up the stairs, and he will look out into the night sky and see if there are any stars or if it seems strange or anything like that.
Absolutely. Roll a. I'm gonna say nature, but if you can think of a check that you'd prefer, you can do that one.
Okay.
I'm
I would say nature or actually nature might be best. But for Leslie, this might also be a survival check because he is.
Question:
he
is nature
worried
wisdom
for
or is it
himself.
intelligence?
Nature is
the dumb one?
intelligence, but it should be
Can you
freaking
roll a
wisdom scenario.
nature check?
Yeah,
You
that would
can
actually help me
change
out a
it
little
in
bit.
D&D Beyond. You can change what
Yeah.
the stat modifier is, which I've changed my intimidation to be strength.
Nature's ridiculous, man.
It can be that. Yeah, I was having this conversation.
Is religion also intelligence?
Religion is also intelligence. I think
That's
that you
so
should be able to
stupid.
choose depending on your class. I think if you're playing a cleric, religion should be wisdom based. That's just my pet peeve. Freaking hate it.
I agree. Wisdom nature check 15.
15.
That's my best check so far.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
you started average, you got slightly below. I mean, they were
My
really
cat
shot
dice.
up.
My
The
cat
stocks
dice are getting
rising.
better and better.
You know, they're learning.
Leslie steps outside and peers into the night sky, seeing if it looks strange, seeing if there are no stars, whatever, if it feels off kilter in any way.
Leslie, this is a kind of interesting moment for you because this is the first time that you have purposefully and intentionally looked for those things. Normally they appear, but it is not you searching for them. Looking for them for the first time, you can tell that there are no massive creatures in your vision. Nothing along that. But with a 15, you are able to recall a little bit better that the feeling, that pressure leaving the air, is the same feeling you had when those watchers, when you leapt over your ship, left. It is that same feeling of something of a mass, like just massive volume, immense
Mhm.
mass. That's the word. Something of immense mass left a hole in space as it moved.
Psst. Hey. Hey. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's
Hello.
up? Young Timothy
Wait.
is next to you. He's
I'm not-
holding a
I'm not
pot with
I'm not
tea.
talking to you.
Is it what?
I'm not talking to you. Just shh, one
Oh,
second.
yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
something.
Uh-huh.
Psst. Hey. Hello.
Yeah.
You there? You there? Not. Oh.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me again. That's my bad. Should I
Oh.
just take this down to?
Oh. Yeah. Take it
Okay,
down
okay,
there and
yeah.
don't interrupt him.
All right.
Go. And then I'll try one last time.
Uh-huh.
Hey. You there? And he listens.
Can you roll a
Eldritch Beam
persuasion check?
A what check?
A persuasion check.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or
absolutely,
performance.
I can.
Persuasion
I
or
would-
performance, if there's
I
a
would-
difference for you.
I would like to roll my talk to the elder gods check.
Yeah, easy. They work.
There's a 12. It's a 12.
Hey, that's above
For
a 10. Look, Grant may not be our best roller, but his accuracy, like his consistency,
He's nothing if not consistent.
he's
Yeah.
right in the same range. You know?
I got a
He's
tight
consistently
grouping.
average.
Grouping on point.
Mhm.
He's not hitting the target, but they are all right next to each other. You don't get a response. Nothing calls out to you. Nothing speaks to you. There's not like a jovial chuckle or anything like
Mhm.
that. While you
Figures.
are staring up at the stars, something does move in your vision. There is for a brief moment, it looks, you focus in, you're like, oh, this is it. This is the time. It looks like a little elf riding a goldfish. And then you don't see
What?
it anymore.
Leslie counts his fingers.
Yeah,
How many fingers? How many?
They're all there.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good stuff.
As
You
far as
really
can tell, you
spiked that
seem-
tea, man.
That's
you seem
true.
fair mind.
You shouldn't have finished it.
Oh no.
Taking
okay.
twisted tea to another level.
Yeah, exactly.
Call it the Leslie.
You know what? I haven't taken any notes this session, but
That
I'm
does
gonna
not
write
surprise
down.
me in the least.
I'm gonna write down little elf. What was he writing?
Writing a goldfish.
Like a
Riding a
classic
goldfish.
golden little goldfish.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. In sky. There you go. All right. Written down. Leslie says, "That figures," and he goes back downstairs.
This is like,
And
of course.
he's staying alert, but he's just gonna go there and try to observe. And like he's a little freaked out at this point, so he's gonna be probably a little quieter.
Yeah, you're a little timid. You turn the corner. Young T is standing there a little out of place because he's not sure. He's like, also,
Yeah.
young
Leslie
Timothy
just hands.
is
Leslie
just
just hands him the flask and says,
He's in
"Fill
gray
that up."
sweatpants and an
Oh.
apron.
Yep, of course.
Um,
Fill that up.
It
Tea.
didn't have time to get a shirt apparently, but he found an apron so he could be safe making the tea.
Perfect.
Safety first, everybody.
And Leslie
as
will
he's-
re-enter the room.
Yeah. Leslie, you re-enter. He's standing there a little awkward. And then Addie and Talith are almost both repelled. Can I have both of you roll a dexterity save?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm excellent at those.
19.
Okay.
Perfect.
Had to go through with the rolls.
14.
All
14.
right, Talon
Talith,
coming in second.
Talith, Addy, both of you fly backwards directly into the seemingly not at all prepared young T.
Oh dear.
Young T pivots like a dancer, holding the T high above him. He slides between you like a Magic Mike move.
Wait, but we're holding hands. We're holding
100%.
hands. Does he leap over our arms?
Limbos it. He limbos it.
Like
He
full
slides.
Matrix.
throws
slides
the
on
T
his
up,
knees.
limbo's beneath,
Absolutely.
and then recatches it.
He
Wow.
slides in like a body roll. Catches the T. Look, young T is the hottest person on this boat. I just want everyone to be very aware.
Fair enough.
You know, we can't deny it.
100%. Young
it's also
T will
subjective,
have
but, you know.
a calendar one day. It'll happen.
Wow.
Um,
Don't write checks you cannot cash, Aaron.
you'd be amazed the checks I could write as long as I'm okay with them bouncing. They say beggars can't be choosers. I say they can. They're just not very good at it. The two of you are repelled out of Medora's mind. Medora, in a lot of ways, you are sleeping pretty restfully right now. You're not really conscious. You're kind of fading in and out. Your mind has stepped through the door of sleep. It is kind of blocking away the things. It's very practiced in like, all right, this thing was real bad. We're going to put it in a box over here. And then 40 years from now, we're going to remember that box exists and we're going to deal with it then. So you're going to be pretty fine when you wake up. You'll still remember, but the immediate fear has passed. Young T stands up and he goes, so what, is everyone okay?
I immediately kind of shoot up to my feet again, and I walk back towards the broom closet. With my detect thoughts still up, can I detect the presence of the masked creature in the room still?
There is nothing here. No, there's just the five of you.
The five of us?
Well, plus young Timothy. So it's the four of you
That's
and young
what-
Timothy.
Leslie's on the roof. No?
Oh no, Leslie
No, I
came
came
back.
back.
He-
Oh,
Get
okay,
back
okay. I
down.
missed that.
He's- yeah,
Okay.
You're good.
I was like, five.
You're good.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Wait a
There's the
minute.
Eldritch Being that is Leslie.
Yeah.
He's here.
Gotcha. Love it. Great.
Surprise.
He does seem deep in thought. If you would like to read his surface thoughts, Leslie, what are your surface thoughts? As he kind of brushes your mind
Ooh.
with his.
Ooh, great question. For Leslie's surface thoughts. He is thinking, why was it this close? And sort of like vibes is like confused, scared, especially when it comes to like this happening, this situation, while Medora is the one, like that seems to be the focus, you know, just like overall, just like concerned and confused why this is happening here now with Medora, essentially.
So nothing is different with Leslie.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Up to
Confused, a
you,
little
however you want to
concerned.
read that.
Talith will actually though turn to Leslie and say, did anything happen while we were in there?
No. What'd you see? What happened?
Yeah, what was that thing?
DM, do I believe him?
Well, you can read his surface thoughts. Is that a lie?
Yeah.
When he says
mean-
no?
Surface thoughts. You hear Leslie say, "Shit! It was thing was here. Like that thing was here. Like it was here and it left. And what was that? Like
Okay, that's
oh
good
man, that's as bad.
So yeah.
Okay, that's
No.
good enough. Cause he's great. He'll like Talith will look at you just like, why did he say no though? Cause if something did very clearly happen, what secrets are you keeping now, Leslie?
What'd you
Leslie
see?
has been
What happened?
possessed.
Why'd you leave so fast?
Well, we kind of got pushed out, which is a new experience. But
What do you
Saw
mean?
some-
Like Medora pushed you out?
no,
Some
something
just got repelled.
something else.
Wait, Talith, what kind of something else?
It was kind of like a wave, just like the.
You know when you mess with magnets and
Yeah.
suddenly it's the wrong polarity and just goes flying?
Yeah. I
That's
know
what
the
it
feeling.
felt like.
It was.
Huh.
We were in a room with Medora, and there's something else there. But then there's also things that we heard outside, and then as things began to shift, it kind of felt like this wave just kind of pushed us out.
And what'd you hear? Was it talking? Was it what was it? What'd you hear?
Cries for help, some gunshots,
Huh.
fire.
And DM, how's Medora looking? Like, what's going on with Medora now?
Medora is actually resting relatively peacefully at the moment.
Well, whatever it was, it seems to have worked.
I think we should probably let her rest. And
Right.
talk outside.
Right.
I think we should stay close. Maybe keep an eye on her.
We'll stay close. But I think we should let her
Yeah,
rest.
we
So I'm
should
gonna go and
Leave her.
scoop her up and put her in bed, and then
Tuck her in.
get everyone out.
Leave some orange blossom tea on the nightstand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Timothy is standing there and he's like, should I just like leave this here or? you
Yeah,
know,
top this
he-
up first, though. Hands
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
sure.
flask.
Yeah, absolutely, Captain. Yes, sir. Top off your flask.
As we begin to leave, DM, I am going using what's left of my detect thoughts as we kind of ascend, since it lasts for a minute. If there's anything left at this point, if not, that's fine. But using that and like attempting to do what I can to even just feel any sort of magic connection to whatever that mass was, just to get a sense of like where it maybe went. I'm not necessarily going to try and chase it down right now, but just get an idea of maybe like if it's still on the ship, where did it maybe go?
Yeah, this is one of the interesting things for you is that normally you can detect like even just someone was thinking here a little while ago, like almost like an impression of a memory. There is nothing here.
Right.
There's not even like there's you guys, there's Young T, and there is no evidence that there was any other creature in this room to your magical senses at all, which is very abnormal for you.
Okay.
Your special connection with the weave and all that is normally like, yeah, okay, I can feel a vague, like a indent where Addie should be if I close my eyes. I can feel the presence of the other two.
Right.
There's none of that.
Right.
For a large creature that frankly shouldn't fit in the room in the first place.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but then
Once we go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, we'll make our way a little bit away where we can talk without disturbing Medora.
Hey, so I want to know. Of course, I want to know more about maybe what you learned about Medora, but I don't want y'all to think that I'm crazy. But I did happen to take a look outside, just to see if there were any, maybe culprits. And I did happen to see, he checks his note that he wrote on a little notepad, a little elf riding a goldfish in the sky. And I swear that's what I saw with my eyes. And I don't know, maybe it was just a trick of the light or something, but I swear I saw that. And maybe, I'm just saying, maybe,
Leslie.
forget it. Maybe it's nothing. I don't know. Maybe I just saw like a weird cloud or something.
Okay.
Do you still have detect thoughts on?
By this point, probably not, but that's fine. I don't need it.
Would it be funnier if he did?
It would.
No, that's cool. You
It
can tell that
absolutely would.
you can tell that he's embarrassed by his face, and so I think
Different thing. Leslie, what did you feel in the room?
Well, what do you mean?
Why'd you leave the room?
Well, you know that kind of wave thing you mentioned. I kind of felt it too, and I don't know. It just freaked me out. So I just took a look outside. Almost like somebody was. I don't know. Maybe someone was there or something. But again, all I saw was that whatever that was in the sky.
Have you felt something like that before? Why would you go look at the sky?
Well, you never know with these kinds of things. I think back to all my history. I mean, I'm used to people flying up to our ship and escaping quick. He is earnestly trying to come off, like he is trying to hide that this is something that he has felt before.
Mm-hmm.
Just for your knowledge, like,
yeah,
there's that.
He won't pry too deeply into it right now. Well, whatever it is that you felt, from what we observed, this creature, which might exist almost between our realms, does seem to be real. However, it did not seem to be the thing inflicting harm on Medora in that moment. From what I did get a sense of, it almost felt like another observer, almost like Addie and I were in that moment, but it was feeding on something. We weren't able to get a chance to perhaps look at what was going on further before we got pushed out. So I definitely don't think whatever it is good for her or for us, but it's hard to tell what actually happened to Medora.
So, whatever was there wasn't a part of the memory, it was just watching? Is that what you're saying?
From what I could tell, yes.
Huh. How about that? Well, what was in the memory other than the sounds? Could he make out what's maybe making Medora so scared?
Whatever's in that box.
Something
Yes.
in a box.
Yes.
What's in the box?
Just before we got pushed out, there was a box in the room. Whatever it is, it seemed that there's a lot of weight and fear and guilt weighing on Medora. And it's strong enough to be manifesting in somewhat real ways.
You don't suppose we'll be able to ask her about it?
She may not even know. It's that locked up.
She might not know. She might not want to tell. It's
She doesn't
hard to
like
know.
telling a lot. So
well,
And
it seems like Oda was the one that she was opening up to the most, and
yeah, and then he ran. So,
then he's gone now, and
yep.
it seems she's a little slower to trust us. But we can try to ask her about it, but she might not even remember any of this happening.
you don't think that that thing, whatever you felt watching, you don't think that whatever that thing was trying to prevent you from looking in that box? Do you think Do you think that thing was trying to keep you out? Or was it just some crazy coincidence?
Hard to tell. It might have been, but it's hard to tell.
This is feeling awfully wrong to me. Something's not right. My skin's crawling.
DM.
Yeah.
Here's a weird question.
I love it.
Do I get the same? So kind of like the sense that the Modrons look at me and say, "Hey, that's an anomaly that should not exist according to our rules."
Mhm.
Do I get a similar sense thinking about whatever the creature that was, like almost like it is an anomaly that should not exist?
I wouldn't go quite that far. Make a history check for me.
Sure, would love nothing more, DM.
That's such a good question, Drew.
I've got a hand for Medora.
Well, while that happens, is it possible for Medora to wake up?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You wake up. You are well rested. You get the full benefits of a long rest. You will still have the damage that you took, but other than that, you've got it. You do remember, to some extent, like you remember what you saw and all that. The vision of the creature itself it's like TV static in your mind. You can't pull like a description of the creature that you saw. But you remember what happened, but the fear that overwhelmed you is not present. It's just a normal amount of fear from seeing something that's scary and tried to hurt you. Yeah. Go.
A 14 on my history check, DM.
14, very interesting. You did a lot of reading up when you got to this existence, to this material plane. You don't think that it both is and isn't a natural part of existence.
Mhm.
The kind of feeling that you had, the inability to look at it straight on, that kind of like, even as you try to think of what you saw now,
Right.
the parts of it that you saw out of your peripheral vision are fuzzy in your memory. Like it would be difficult for you to describe, both you and Addie, what you saw, even to each other. And your accounts of the same thing may very well be different. Remembering different key parts. You remember a weight, you remember a size, but to call out a specific thing that you saw would be very difficult. That sounds eldritch. That sounds like something beyond the pale veil.
Mhm.
Those are not natural things in a sense of nature. But a lot of like sorcerers and scholars theorize that in a way those are like the alpha. Like that's what everything came from. Originally everything was blind eternities
Right.
until the material plane came into existence. Lanatari created all of the things that are physical, so on and so forth.
Right.
So like they're from this plane, but also not.
Mhm.
It's hard to. They come from a time before planes of existence existed.
Mhm.
So it's like, are they from this plane? No, but like they were here first in a way.
Right.
No one really knows a whole lot about them. They're very hard to describe.
Right.
And there's also a difference between the really big ones that are like have a form of sentient thought that like, oh, those are the things that warlocks make pacts with.
Right.
And then there's like things that are just huge and immense and exist and have a will that is indiscernible, but cannot like, they don't like speak, or if they
Right.
can, they would never deign to learn your language.
Right.
No one really knows. It's hard. You've never seen one. You've never encountered them. Some people don't think they exist.
Right.
But the things that you're experiencing feel very along those lines.
Okay.
Yes, Leslie.
Can Medora hear what we're saying?
I was about to
Midori,
say, I will probably like start walking up, and if they do turn around to see me, they see my hands and my arms are kind of wrapped in a really quick gauze. still just soaked in black blood because she hasn't taken the time to really properly take care of herself. But from what they just saw in that room is a stark difference what they see in front of them. They now see just, hey guys, did y'all sleep good? I kind of remember some things, but I don't remember a lot.
Medora,
Yeah.
you're feeling fine? You're feeling all right?
Besides a couple, deep gashes in my arms, I'm feeling pretty fine. I mean, it's nothing usual, you know?
Medora, do you remember anything?
DM, you said I did remember what happened?
I mean, yeah, you remember. I mean, you even remember, like, there is still a bruise in your soul where the pain sat. It isn't there anymore, but there's an indent that it left in, like, you know how after you like feel intense grief, there's like a weariness within you. Like your muscles are fine. It's not like you were doing push-ups or anything, but like your body just has that weight in it. You still have the weight. You have the memory of the fear. You remember grabbing your arms. You remember the thoughts racing. You remember how it felt, but it's all kind of beyond like a fuzzy veil in your mind where it's like you can see it, you can sit on it, but it's been pushed behind a layer of protection for you that it's like, yeah, you can think about it, you remember it, it doesn't hurt.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember a lot. I mean, kind of vaguely, the most I'll say is sorry, Talents, for lunging at you a little bit, and appreciate it, Addie, for stopping me. Other than that, I mean, it happened, but that's all I got.
Medora,
Addie,
I'm worried about you.
Big Mama's got a lot to worry about. You don't have to worry about me either. I got it all under control. Oh, let me just take this gauze back in here. Ooh.
Addie, in your mind, you hear, she most definitely does not have it under control.
Wow! Wow! Meanwhile, she's like,
Medora.
do y'all have extra gauze on the ship? I'm actually kind of bleeding quite
like,
a lot.
yeah, it's
Young
like-
the
I
rifles
can't
around.
find my
I'm-
ointments either.
in his
I'm
apron.
looking at
It's like,
Stitch from the second Lilo and Stitch movie where he has like the bad Stitch and the good Stitch.
oh, the second Lilo and Stitch movie. That is a cut.
Wow!
That is.
That is a good
We're
pull.
talking Reuben.
Like, good
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. We can get you more gauze.
Yeah, I can't find my ointments either. I think I lost them in the scuffle. All I was. You also got like some cleaning supplies that's not in the broom closet. I've got to clean up I've got to clean up the broom closet. There's a lot of
South
of my blood on the walls.
holds up his hand and casts prestidigitation.
You're cleaned.
This is the most clean I've felt in months. Thank you.
And then
Yeah.
he'll
Appreciate
walk the 30 feet to get to the broom closet and also prestidigitation the broom closet.
Oh, make sure you don't wash off my sigil. Okay, I'll fix them later.
It's around this time. The suit that is Dr. Hatira Whale will walk down and
I
say,
forgot about that.
yeah,
Me
you'd
too.
never forget about her. She says, Captain Silvers has told me to inform you he didn't want to leave the helm while we were potentially under attack. But we checked out the rest of the ship and we couldn't find any harmful combatants other than a couple of large rats that were dealt with, as far as we know. So
Good work.
we're still on alert.
Dr. Rose got
but,
away with them.
He just wanted to kind of check in and see whether or not we should still be on alert or if we're all right.
Look, no, it's under control now. Thank you for making
cool,
sure.
We're also nearing our destination. We're almost to the capital. We should get
Right.
there at about a little after first light.
Medora, why don't you try to get some more rest?
Nah,
Why
I'm
don't all
pretty
of us
well
try?
rested. Don't you worry. I'll stay on the boat. Keep a good eye out while y'all get some rest, because y'all had to deal with me. So I thank you.
I think we'll be all right for the most part when it comes to sleep, but we should try to discern what we're actually going to do now that we're back here.
Yeah.
Since Addie and I have a temporary solution to our problem about the beetles in our hearts' butts, the permanent solution would be to find the mother beetle, as it were, and destroy it, which would actually permanently free us and anyone else who's still afflicted by it. However, when we were back at the main capital and we talked to Vanya, she did reiterate her desire for us to find the actual
Drug dealer.
distributor for the drugs being peddled. Which our only real lead on that right now is your old
Flips your notes.
I don't know what you called him last time, Medora. Your old person acquaintance thing. He seems
Oh,
to
that
be
son
our,
of a bitch.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
seems to
what it
be
was.
our one kind of link to that. It seems that he's the one.
DM. Sorry to cut you off. Quick question. Do I know that Talith tried to go into my brain? I can't remember if I remembered that or not because of the disadvantage roll.
You would know of the first time
Mhm.
that you could feel him like push against the barrier of your mind. To be fair, though, tell you what, roll me a d20.
Okay. Three.
You said a what?
A 3.
A 3. You can remember like a pressure in your head that is kind of in the same way you can feel the like weight of the like fear in your chest. There is a presence, there's like a pressure in your head that feels like Talith in a weird way, but you can't tell, like you don't remember. There was a lot of things going on in your head. So you could not say with all certainty, yes, absolutely, I remember Talith plumbing into the depths of my mind or anything like that. You might have a vague suspicion, but like, then again, you're not even 100% sure if the thing really was in the room, but you're pretty sure, but you're not sure. It's
Yeah.
very vague.
Gotcha. Yeah, that son of a bitch. I don't got a lot on him. Most I could say is that he likes money and likes to play with people to get said money and power.
Ah, that guy. Sorry, I was like, there's so many people that Jar Jar could be talking
Well,
about at this moment.
the
that I
thing is,
wasn't
well, the
quite
thing
sure which
is, I
one.
know that Talith was in my
Yes.
mind. I was asking about that, but he was saying the person that I knew about, and that's the
Yeah.
only son of a bitch that
You
I
guys
don't
also
like.
know that the drug flow came from originally the demonic cult.
Right.
Mhm.
And you also remember that Oda and Medora interacted with a like high ranking member of the demonic cult that asked for the help. So
Oh
they
yeah.
probably owe you something.
Oh, yeah.
Owe us some info.
Thinking about the, because if we're thinking that, yeah, we might have Link. Let me find this name real quick. Did I go too far? No. Hold on now. Hold on.
It was Seo Yeon, the keeper of the demonic
And
flame.
I turned to the page. Okay.
So did I.
Seo Yan. I think we completed the task that she wanted, so we got a favor from her if we need it, and she's actually. I gotta remember this is right. She's not a part of that actual part of the demonic cult,
Yeah.
but it's a good. She has
Yeah.
a route in, so we got that favor.
In the hierarchy of the demonic cult, at the very top, the supposed leader of all of them is the patriarch. That's not passed down through blood. It's entirely might makes right. So whoever is the strongest warrior, they're the religious aspect of the cult. The head of that, their like church, is the keeper of the demonic flame. So they are. It's like the queen and the pope are like, they're not the same, but they both have a lot of weight in England.
Well, now the king.
Then there's the offshoots, the kind of like subsects that are all kind of branched out, and the demonic revival cult were the people who are trying to resurrect the Chianma. And they don't, the patriarch and the keeper of the demonic flame, they don't like them. Not a fan. So they were like, hey, could you help us get rid of those scumbags? And you guys were like, well, I mean, maybe. And then you kind of just happened into it.
Happened to do it, so that's a big favor that
How
we got.
convenient.
Well, personally, I mean, the sooner we can get these bugs out of you, the better I'll feel. And maybe while we're going after this mother bug, you said, maybe when we're going after that, we'll actually learn something about maybe who to talk to for the drugs.
What
And
was,
so-
what was the name of the guy again?
Of which guy?
Of Medora's
what-
guy.
Oh, of Medora's
This-
guy.
Larkspur.
Larkspur. That's right. Okay, thank you. That's the one
Yeah.
thing I didn't have written down somewhere.
So I think we should just start there. Let's get that mother bug.
Well,
I want to
if-
save my friends first. Let's do it.
if we should be able to kind of get two birds with one stone, because if the Beatles are a demonic thing, and we know the drugs were being peddled by at least a faction within the faction of the Blood Demon cult, if we go talk to them, we might be able to get answers for both.
That sounds good. I think before tomorrow, before daybreak, I need some sleep. I've been awake.
He says as
So-
the dawn begins to rise.
Oh,
Oh,
you got an eye mask or something you can put on while you take a nap.
y'all, can Captain Silvers just take over for like half an hour? I can get some shut eye.
Captain
Papa
Silvers is
Silvers will
off.
take over.
He's not gonna
Young
like that.
T-
I already woke him up early.
Young T will look at all of you and say, I've already got an apron on, so I'm going to start breakfast if for those of you who are going to be awake, because I slept. So if anyone wants to join me in the dining room / the mess hall / it's just the deck, we set up a lawn chair and some tables. I'll be making breakfast. Bacon and eggs, baby.
Attaboy.
He heads up the stairs, his broad, muscled back fully showing in his lack of a shirt.
Bruh. Well, Leslie will head to his cabin and he will try to get some shut eye before we actually like enter the city, before we get going. So I'll let y'all decide what y'all want to do in that time. But
Fantastic.
Leslie will be ready to go when the time comes.
That's a great question. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before the ship lands?
I would
I
like
wish I could make a
to.
criticism.
I would like to assemble an army of.
I would like $1
of
million.
divine warriors capable of vanquishing all darkness and evil that exists within the realms.
Make a
Roll a
make
D20.
Arcana check.
DC 30. Let's go,
two.
Drew.
Oh, so
You make two
Tough
people.
luck, buddy.
Talith dies.
No, that's our brain boy. That's our
Talith
beautiful
commits,
brain boy.
Talith basically becomes a heretic, and the gods smite him for attempting to create a holy army without believing in God. So
What are we gonna do without our otherworldly brain boy?
the real question is, how are we going to buy new art for Drew's next character?
That's a great question.
Absolutely.
I just got this
so,
job.
yeah.
I don't have spare wealth.
I will say before Addie and Talos go their respective ways, Medora will kind of run up and try to hug them. And it's a soft hug. And she she kind of just says, "Hey, I understand you guys don't like this. But I do want to say thank you." I really do. I don't know what you did. I just got to feel it in my bones that something happened, and I'm happy that you guys are alive, and I want to do the best that I can to keep you guys like that. Okay?
Looking out for you. I like hit you on the arm a little bit.
Thank you. I've never had like friends before, so I want to keep you guys alive. Most of my friends died, so try to keep you guys alive this time. And I like let them go. And also, like, Medora took into account, she kind of like rolled her hands in so she didn't like stab you guys with her nails. Like, she wanted to like make sure it was like an actual soft hug. And then, mind you, some of her blood did get on both your clothes because it's, you know,
It's fine. I wear all black.
slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, although he did do a precipitation, she's still gotta like
Well, she's still bleeding.
properly
so
like
it's,
she's still bleeding, so it's like
Yeah.
the blood's there. So
Addie
she's
has
like,
prepared for this exact circumstance.
Yeah. There's a reason I wear what I wear.
Day one.
Yep.
In
I'll
fact,
make
we
y'all
don't
some
know.
orange blossom biscuits. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do
We
that
don't
before we
know
land. I open my bag.
Ooh, we don't know
In
if
the morning,
Addie's clothes.
I'm making biscuits.
I'm making biscuits. We don't know if Addie's clothes were originally a different color. Maybe it's just like been dyed by blood over time.
Addie's actually wearing complete white.
And then it's just been
Oh,
dyed.
It was
with
completely
stains
white
of blood.
clothes from
You
the
got
start.
me.
Yeah.
Oh my
nodding.
God.
There you go.
Sorry, I didn't mean
It's
to
not a
reveal that
phase.
so early.
I
My
know.
bad.
Spoiler.
Yeah, my bad,
Chapter
Gracie.
31. Come on.
It's not a
I
phase.
know.
It's not a
Goodness.
phase.
as
It's
yeah,
not
as we
phase,
are-
Mom.
Yeah, it's not. As we are making our approach DM, at some point, everybody out of the deck sees Taloth sitting crisscross applesauce, and he has folded this like paper origami crane that has a bunch of runes written on it, and you see him like have like using chalk, like he writes like a couple one runic circle like over here, and he sets the crane in it, and he sets another runic circle like at a different spot, and like infuses the chalk with a little bit of arcana, and then like the crane like vanishes from the one circle and teleports to the other one.
Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that, Eddie? Whoa, look at it! It was so cool! I've never done it before. How's he
Captain
doing?
Silvers
Go
walks
ask him.
by and he just
Go
goes,
ask him how to do it.
I skip over. I skip over like a child
Not a
over
witch,
to
I'm a
Talon. I
wizard.
skip over like,
There's a difference.
There's the witch.
Yeah, the rest of you go about your various things until eventually the skirmisher once again settles itself just outside of city limits of the capital city. Sure enough, it is early. Dawn is just beginning. The sun begins to crest. It is a bright, beautiful day and a nearly cloudless sky, just thin wisps floating through the heavens. The city is still under repairs. It hasn't been that long. Truthfully, in terms of structural damage, it isn't too bad. There are definitely some buildings where like a rift opened up and now it's just missing a wall and that collapsed and stuff like that. But it isn't like an earthquake happened and half of the city is in shambles. This cataclysm mainly affected living organisms. So while there were quite a few dead and injured, the bodies themselves have been, for the most part, taken care of. They have been moved. People are being healed. There is a somewhat new cult running around that you can tell as you kind of approach the city. Someone walks up and they're like, You wonderful people, have you heard of the church of the believer of the God of Death? Because let me tell you, he is real. He was here and he guided us in our darkest hour. And I just want you to know, I just want you all to know, I hear this from my heart today.
I walk off.
If you are truly,
No, I'm
has
still
been
there.
stuck between the cloven hooves of the devil himself.
I put
My
a
God.
hand on his shoulder as I begin to walk past too. Don't worry,
Yes,
buddy.
brother.
He's a personal friend of ours. And he keeps going.
Sacrilege.
No, I want to psych this kid out or dude out, right? I'm gonna grab both of his shoulders, like, there's gonna be a second coming. He has a foot as his right hand of the hands of God. I don't know what kind of check that would be.
He has a hand.
Was
He
it a
has
hand or was it a foot?
No, it was a foot. It was a
It
foot.
was a foot.
It was a foot.
It was a full foot.
Oh.
It was.
Yeah, it was a whole
I thought it was a
foot
hand.
because it was tapped.
A disembodied hand is copyright by the Adams family, so I couldn't do that.
Oh, I see.
Bro,
So
Bro,
it's
his
a
dogs
somebody
were
foot.
out.
Roll up either a deception or a persuasion check, because you're not exactly lying.
Both are
That's a good point.
because I'm not that charismatic, so I'm just trying.
Hey, trying is all we can ever do. You can take that to church. I didn't hear. Did you say a number? 12? 12, he looks at you and he says, "Sweetheart, he never left. He lives in us all. But you are right. He will rise again by our hands. By our hands, we shall build his church, and through it, he shall find solace. He shall find a home here amongst the heathens and the broken, the battered, the living, and the dead."
What if he already has a home? And then I walk off.
Truly, it lies within at least my heart.
Leslie then walks
well,
up to this
sister.
man. Leslie then walks up to this man. Look, sir. What's your name?
Garrett.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Garrett. You know, look, it's real early. And if you're trying to solicit people at like, what is it, 6:30 a.m.? Yo, I'm just saying, maybe think about the timing is all.
Death waits for no one, friend. And if you're caught sleeping just because it's early in the morning, you may find yourself walking a lonely road, brother.
Yeah.
I'm here to save you, as I have been saved. And I understand that maybe in this early morning air, your ears ain't quite ready to hear, but your heart is listening. And maybe one day when you're walking that cold, lonely road all alone, or with the other fellows amongst you that clearly have not invited him into their heart, maybe then these words will come back to you. And you'll remember. You'll remember what I said. You'll remember the experience that you had here today. And that's all I'm asking for. You know, that young lady over there who walked away.
I'm eating street food at this point. I've gone to find dumplings.
Yeah.
Turn around, I'm like,
I'm eating.
You can tell that
Hopefully they're the spicy ones.
They
that
are.
sin has made its way into her heart. Gluttony resides within her soul. Look at her, just devouring everything that she sees like a plague. But I believe that through the power of the believer of the God of death, that cursed dark angel, that perhaps, and I don't mean to presume, son, but you all seem to know each other. You walked in here together. Perhaps if you can find it within your heart to make place for our Dark Lord,
Brother,
perhaps through you,
brother,
she will find redemption.
brother, we're closer to the death stuff than you. We're way closer than you think we are, man. Like, we're closer than we want to be, all
We're
right?
all
Like,
closer to death than we all know.
all right, bud. Well, I got a friend who knows death real well. And maybe we'll come back someday and you can get a signature or something. I think he does that. You take it easy, Garrett, and maybe think about your timing again. It's early.
And may
He
you
starts
find
walking
home
off.
in the grave, brother. May
Yeah,
you find
you
home
too.
in the grave.
You too. Leslie walks slowly to try to time it where he doesn't have to eat a spicy dumpling in front of everybody.
I
So
will
he tries
also
to
say,
like kind of jaunter over. He's sleepy and he tries to time it so like Addie's kind of done when he gets
Talith
there.
does let the invasive thoughts wins, and he steals a bite from Addie's dumpling.
Oh, con save.
Again, yay!
It grows on you, right? They're
15
fun.
DM.
They're great.
You're handling it better, you know?
Yeah. You just gotta
You're
build up
still
your
a little, like-
tolerance.
Better and better.
If I had on the bright side, heartburn less so because you can't feel your heartbeat because of the silence spell. And also, you don't have a whole lot of blood going through your body in the first place.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty slow
heartburn,
anyway.
easy to avoid. You are making your way through the city.
Rant.
I have to say, there is no one in my life that I know who does.
Hey, buddy, don't
physical
worry. I got
comedy.
you a second cup. Here you go.
Oh, goody.
I figured I
Christ.
finished one. The rest of you can share. Unless everyone
The
wants
spicy kind too. Oh.
I've gone through a traumatic response today. I might need to hold off on the spice.
I'll wait until everybody starts walking before I eat mine.
Oh, are you gonna throw it out? Like you seem to do? Is that what we're gonna do, Grant?
Look, I'll eat it right now.
Calling it.
All right. I'll eat it right now. All right, let's roll.
I'm sorry,
is
that
a-
killed me. Y'all
That
don't
is
know why
a-
that killed me, but that killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 9, so it's rough out here. Look, it's
This
too
was a
early
mistake.
for this.
Your mouth still tastes like orange blossom tea,
Oh,
and it's a bad combo. It's like orange dirt water
God.
plus like
Oh,
hell. It's a bad time.
I'm so sad.
You're sweating. Your nose is running.
This has been a
It's
rough
6:30 in the
start,
morning.
Oh,
You were just
from the-
preached at.
We just got here. Oh,
Leslie, Melody is on your shoulder and kind of has a wing up, like kind of patting you on the
Ugh.
side of the face.
Yeah.
Thanks.
She holds your hair back.
oh my god.
Oh, thanks. I needed that. Look, it's early. Okay, that's why my taste buds
How do you
aren't
wake up?
sensitive in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
Best part of waking up.
Is burning your taste buds off.
Can we just start going? Can we just start walking already?
That's my question. Where
Gosh.
exactly are you guys heading? Do you have a destination in mind, or you're kind of just looking to go
Oh.
find you?
Well, the only demon cult stuff that Addie and I know of is the bad one. So unless we
Mhm.
want to just go there and hope we find someone that's a part of the good demon cult. Otherwise, the other lady just kind of found you, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just in an alleyway.
Yeah, in an alley, but I can't remember if she told us where to. I can't remember what she told us to like order to like see her again, or if she was just like,
Oh, she didn't.
When
she
it
did
happens,
not give
it
you a way to
happens.
contact her afterwards.
I could.
The
No, I
demonic
can't-
cult
I
not
can't do
known
that.
for their communication skills.
Yeah, no, I would say I could cast sending, but I can't do that because I never met her.
Guys,
Sorry, planning
gonna
on heading
say
back to the old
something.
one.
I'm gonna
No.
say
I
something,
wanna hear. Gotta know.
and nobody said this yet, but I'm just speaking my truth. Kinda wish Oda was still here. That'd have made this a whole lot faster, I feel.
Really? You didn't
I
know
mean,
where the bug is.
He does death stuff, though. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
Oda a lot.
Wait,
The bug's
why don't we
alive.
ask? Wait a minute.
You
Why
can
don't
go
we
talk
ask
to him.
Garrett?
You
Yeah.
go do that, buddy.
Me? Just me?
Ask
I'm
Garrett.
not
talking
What
to
are
him.
we asking Garrett?
So
It's like,
just to be clear,
It's gonna be
just-
another 10 minutes.
wait. So just to be clear, I'm the only one that's gonna go talk to Garrett and ask
Why
him
would we-
about
why-
where to go.
Why would we ask him? He would have no idea anything helpful.
That's the other death cult. That's the one
that's
of the
the new
death
one.
god.
Yeah, he's
Not.
that's the cult that Otis started by talking to a dude and being like, "Yo, I'm the merchant of death" or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Oh, so
To be fair, I
Oda's
don't
a
think that
part
was
of it.
Oda's original intention, but yes, that is what occurred.
So Oda's a part of the wrong cult then, so he wouldn't even be able to help us.
started his own
Mhm.
cult is what happened.
Yep.
Why don't you follow the bugs in your heart or something like that? Can't you like tell?
Wouldn't it hurt them more and more if
Look
they
within
did that?
yourself.
Do a little
Why don't you
moment?
just try to search the
so
bugs in your heart, guys?
Okay, it does that. Oh, that's not how it works, Leslie. By the way,
How do
Talith-
you know?
Talith is walking to the entrance, the only entrance that they know of. But on the way, that's not how it works, Leslie. Because yes, I can feel her bug. I can't feel the mother bug.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless I were to get closer to it, in which case I would already know where it was because I was closer to it.
So it's like a hot and cold situation.
Medora.
Yeah.
While we're walking, can I just like look, just surveying the area to see if I can find someone that fits the characteristics of Sion? See, the high priestess.
Oh yes. I won't even have you roll for this. She stands out. She's pretty easy to notice. When she wants you to see her. You don't see anyone that particularly stands out to you, other than you do see a person who is looking at your group. He's being pretty obvious about it. Addie, Talith, you recognize him. It's Jing.
I'm already walking over to him.
You guys are in the slum. Jing is there. His arm's in a sling.
Buddy.
He looks a little pale. He goes, I didn't think I'd be seeing you guys around.
Why's that?
Kind of thought you were dead.
Yeah? Why's that? Can I intimidate him?
Absolutely. Please roll an intimidation check.
Is he striking a pose right now?
No, he's
He's gesturing
pointing his
to
arm
the
back
destroyed city.
at the
24.
destruction of the city. 24.
24.
He gestures back and then he looks at you and he sees your eyes and he goes, so what do I got to do to have me not be dead in the next 2 minutes?
Talith, start asking questions.
Right. So, what sort of activity from the demon cult have you seen given the past couple days after what has happened here in this lovely city?
Recent stuff? Not been a lot. I mean, truth be told, they've pretty much gone silent. There has been some fancier looking folk that have been around here and there. There's they're wearing kind of like white and red and orange robes. Seem kind of like kind of religious-y people.
And what
They've
parts
been
of town?
around. Oh, you can find them just about anywhere. Sometimes they're in the slums, sometimes around. They were asking for information that sounds a lot like your group. I'm just saying, although you do seem to be down. Where's they were mentioned they were looking for a group that included, not my words. Addie, you can very clearly tell these are his words. A buff woman, a homeless woman, a poor cowboy, and a model, and and a fat priest.
Well, that's fair.
Which, not my words.
Well,
Which sounds like your group minus a fat priest.
well, we don't have a
If
fat
you're
priest,
looking
so it
for
must
one-
not be our group.
It's not us.
That's fair. If you would like to be the group, I've got a fat suit in the back.
I don't think
Unless
that's
you would
necessary.
not like that. No, we're good. Okay,
No,
I can be very priestly when the time
Your
calls. Jing knows what's good.
Your supplier, you said, has been pretty quiet in the past couple of days.
Yeah. Well, so there was a guy, and I know why he's quiet. He's dead. I found him. He was crushed by a building. He was one of those. You remember the guy who was, twirling the sign?
Mm-hmm.
The sign guy who was like,
Yeah.
end is near, and was apparently pretty near. I almost got crushed by the same building. I was actually going for the drug deal during the time when it was going down. Whole building came down. I managed to get out of the way. Old man did not make it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, he even lived for a couple of minutes after the building fell on him. I could hear him screaming from underneath the rubble. I didn't try to get him out of nothing.
Come on.
oh.
Things happen in the slums, Sometimes you die.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tighten the grip on my dagger.
Old Jing, no. Old Jing knows how to talk his way out of things. That's what Jing does. Are you looking for the priest people? Are you wanting to find the priest people? I can find you the priest people. I'm the old Jing. Yeah, Jing knows the way around. He could find the priest people, no problem. He looks specifically at Addie. Would that make you not stabby kill?
Addie, you hear in your head, do we think he would be any help to us finding Larkspur?
Maybe.
Hey guys, do you think he might help? Like maybe find Medora's person too?
I
He goes, I can find any person you're wanting in this town. I know them all.
I look at Leslie, and then I turn back towards towards. Jane.
Yeah, that might.
Do you recognize the name Larkspur?
Larkspur. Yeah, of course I've heard the name Larkspur.
Yeah.
Tall guy, buff as hell. He,
Sorry, like currently Medora, like when like hearing the description, she's just like,
bald as a cue ball.
Okay, I'm gonna stop
That's
you.
not-
I'm gonna
Wait,
stop you right there.
No, normally I'm really good at this reading things off people's faces. It ain't
Okay,
going.
okay.
No, I've never heard of Larkspur.
I tell you what.
That's on
I
me,
tell you what.
guys.
I put a hand on his shoulder. I tell you what. I'm gonna help you out, and if you help us out, then my friend over there won't stab you in the gut. Okay.
That sounds like a deal. I
I
prefer
will.
my internals on the intern.
I will project the image of Larkspur that I have into his mind.
Mhm.
And I will tell him either find him or anyone who has had direct contact with him. And we'll check back with you.
Do I have a time? Like like end of the day, or are we talking like a week, month, year?
Let's see. Sure, yeah,
48
end of the day.
hours? Yeah.
End of the day. Okay, yeah, sure. How hard can it be to find a rich bag like that in a town like this?
And you're not going to tell anyone who's looking for him.
No,
Got it?
no. I would
Can
never.
I intimidate one more time just to like nail
Yes,
it in?
absolutely, you can.
Yeah, that
The
would
third nail
instill
in
a
the
lot of
coffin.
confidence.
26.
26.
goodness
He looks at you and he goes,
gracious.
Bro is gonna faint.
he looks at you and he goes, I'm gonna tell you right now. In order for me to spill the beans on y'all, there would need to be someone, frankly, more frightening than you, which I have never encountered. And I've seen people walk on clouds and punch so hard that it left a chasm in a forest that was like 3 miles wide. I've seen people rip tree trunks out of the ground with their bare hands and then throw them a quarter mile like a baseball. And I haven't seen you do any of that, but I have seen the fact that you have a knife, and in the slums, it is very rare for someone to be honest. And you seem very candid about the willingness, and in fact, perhaps interest in seeing me no longer have internal organs. And so that is a very real threat that feels very enactable, as though I would be unable to stop you.
You wouldn't.
So yeah, yeah,
I love this
we're
guy.
good.
We're good.
Great.
Yeah.
I give him a little pat on the shoulder and I walk away.
I'm on it. I hope to keep my organs.
Hope you do too.
Yeah. Bye.
As you
Why do
guys
you
kind
talk
of
to
walk
people,
away,
Gene? This is exactly why your kid brother is in the gutter. It's because he can't do things right.
while Leslie is like following in the back and past him, he does a little like step towards him, like
I'm not a-
keeps
he looks at
walking.
you and he looks at you. He looks at Annie. He looks at you and he goes, poor cowboy. I'm scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I'm scared of her. When you want to try something?
Oh, no.
Leslie pretends like
Yeah, put him
the
up.
words. Leslie keeps walking as if the words just bounce off him. But if anybody glances at his face, he is kind of hurt. So, but he's just playing it strong.
Oh,
And he keeps on walking.
Yeah. You guys continue down towards the demonic cult kind of initiation area. The passageway down is still present and available. It takes you a little bit. First of all, there's no one there. You don't find like cultists ready to stab you as you go in. It takes you a little bit to find the like catch that leads you into the secret like hidden area. But eventually you do find it. It is very re-entering the Chamber of Secrets-esque, where it's like, oh, okay, well, I can smell the death, but at least I already know what's down there. It's not a big snake this time. Not these books. Yes, Leslie.
I'm just reiterating this because I don't think Leslie has not
no, not at all.
experienced the death cult at all.
Both me and Medora,
So-
like me and Talif haven't. They have,
No.
but I mean,
Medora, you've at least like encountered
I've at
someone
least, like,
from
yeah.
the demonic cult. Leslie didn't know these people existed.
Yeah, so like I'm just letting y'all know all of this is new to Leslie, so he's just along for the ride.
So I'm going to
I'm
and
gonna
now that
hold his arm.
now that I have
Thank you.
been informed of this, because I had completely forgotten that you have missed out on all of those demonic cult interactions. We're going to now.
I mean, he was like circumvented by Judge Law, and he had
Yeah.
to play
Yeah.
babysitter for like
100%.
a while.
We're going to narrate this from now on from Leslie's perspective.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Leslie, you are in the slums. You've just been insulted by a man who clearly sells drugs. It hurt a little deeper than you thought it would.
Yeah, the
Your
poor
party,
thing. I've never heard that before.
yeah, the poor cowboy. You are led by the party through the slums into this decrepit, like almost fallen over shack of a building. Once you get in there, there is a kind of like a cellar door that leads down these stone steps into the depths below into a stone room that is a very different vibe. You can tell that it has been somewhat maintained. It is much cleaner. It is much better built than the rest of the slums. They fiddle around for a little hidden lever, and 3 doors that were originally a wall flip open, revealing hidden passageways that lead deeper into the stone. Even from this distance, you can smell there is a tinge of metal on the air. Everyone else is taking this remarkably well. You proceed down one of the hallways, following kind of in the rear of the group because you don't know your way, until eventually you reach one solid steel door with a handle on the side. Addie pulls it open, and immediately a wash of stench of rot and blood and decrepit, decaying flesh washes over you. As you kind of peer into the pit, that currently the party is descending, because Tal, this is the way that you know into
Yeah,
the,
this is
into the tunnels,
this
pretty
is
much.
the only way we know.
This is what you know. You know the long way that you went out, but that requires you to venture into a jail cell. It's probably still patrolled.
Probably.
Leslie,
Hey, guys.
your voice echoes in the cave. You can see at the bottom as there is light that allows you to see just barely dim. This is a massive pit filled with corpses. Below you are hundreds of bodies, to the point where you cannot see the floor. You have no idea how deep these bodies go. But it is layers upon layers upon layers of dead mortals.
Hey, so like he's like at the top of the stairs, and Medora's like just ahead of him. Y'all just have been going on. So, like, why'd none of you tell me? Is all I'm saying.
Just to hold your breath. If you need something to smell, I got some extra sensi stuff to keep in your nose so you don't vomit.
Okay, I'll take some of that, please.
Oh, right. And then Medora will like kind of go into her pocket and pull out this little vial. It's almost like a light pink in color. And when she opens it and it smells like jasmine, and she like kind of just puts it towards your nose, like just keep it near your nose. You'll be fine. Don't
Leslie, like,
sniff it
puts
too
right
hard or
under
you
his
will
nose,
sneeze.
And then continues with you quietly down the
There you go.
step.
And I'll just like pat his hand while I'm holding.
And
I
you
want
just
you all-
kind of hear him mumble a little bit like, those are all bodies, aren't they? They're all like real. They're like people bodies. There's a
If you don't think
He's
of
a
them
little- he's
like
taking this a
people,
little-
you'll be fine. Yeah, if you don't think of them like people, you'll be fine. Just
animals, dirty, stinky animals they are. And he just keeps walking.
okay.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is going great. This is awesome.
I want
Awesome
everyone
morning.
to know that for a brief moment, I forgot what the word jasmine is, and I thought you said jasmine. And I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know why I have a
Jasmine!
bottle of the scent of jasmine.
yes, the kind of scent that jazz men wear.
Exactly.
You know what? That
Um,
actually smells really good. You know,
Smell like
It smells
old
like
people.
smells like cigars and like weapons.
whatever that is.
whoa.
All right, let's keep walking towards
Yes,
this.
you end
death
up in
pit.
this pit filled with corpses. Mind you, it is not like a stairs down. You have to jump off of a ledge and drop like 15 feet.
Wow, that's so much
We'll-
worse.
We'll secure
Yeah.
rope. Talith can,
Yeah, obviously.
can help secure rope because he can stick to the walls.
Yeah. You descend into this pit. And I should say, unlike the first time you were here, there is a sound. The sound of chewing, which normally you wouldn't be able to hear, but it is so silent in this room
Aaron.
that you can hear the sound of a normal sized person chewing something.
Oh dear. Is this,
Medora,
the same,
Aaron.
is this the same old guy that was here before?
Well, that's what I was I'm trying to remember how I did my stuff. Can I feel like any presence of any like spirits of like the dead bodies or any like leftover bodies that might still
that's
be
a
new,
fantastic question.
fresh?
Can you just roll a wisdom check? No specific roll attached to it.
Boy, will I. 17.
17. Yes. Yes, you can. Very, very clearly. In fact, this is some of the clearest you have ever felt. Pure, unbridled rage and fear from there's so much spiritual energy here that it almost feels like one massive blob of hatred.
Is it close to the same feeling that I get from what I felt from my nightmare
No.
or completely different? Okay.
This is the soul of probably thousands of people that have murdered each other in like fights to the death with the knowledge of what they are doing. It's almost like poisonous to even feel it. There is a reason as to why this pit, this kind of ritual that they do to get new members, is called the poison jar. Where those residual energies of that hatred and death and murder and fear of the dying and the dead culminate and stay trapped in this chamber. It forges the people that do get out of it into different people. The moment you engage with that energy and survive, you become a completely different person.
Like high school.
Exactly. It's exactly like that. Um,
Is there any like newer bodies that I can use speak with dead on, or are they all like past the point?
most of these bodies have been in here now for like, I mean, the top layer has only been in here for maybe, I don't know, a month for some of them. Some of them are like within the past 5 days. There is one that is still moving.
Is it
Uh,
and as we do get closer, can I tell if it's the person we talked to last time or if it's somebody else?
Yes, it is absolutely the person that you encountered last time. They have, against all odds, because they were very close to death
Uh-huh.
and several layers of bodies down.
Uh-huh.
This person has clawed and chewed their way out of the pit,
Uh-huh.
surviving on nothing but willpower and the flesh of the dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm upset. That's upsetting.
It doesn't seem to register your presence. They don't seem to notice that you're there.
Addie, you hear in your mind, should we just put this guy out of his misery now?
Probably.
Because
He's
at least now we don't have to worry about the ritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Medora?
yes, Medora.
since I don't know what they're saying, Medora's gonna just slowly walk up to the person,
Hey,
just like cautiously.
what's going on?
Just be like, wait, guys, is he might be able to speak, y'all? Wait,
No.
Medora, as you get closer, you can see in clearer detail kind of a little bit more of what this person looks like. It's hard to tell beneath the layers of crusted blood and rot. But they probably at one point in time had almost like almond colored skin. Their hair is long and unkempt and matted, just filled with gunk, and you can see like little creatures running around his body. He is gnawing at a limb of some sort. What you can see is that his stomach is completely gone. There's just a cavern, and every time that he swallows, the piece that he chewed off just drops to the ground.
Bruh.
Is he like
oh man.
just like almost reanimated but not alive? If this is happening, is this like I guess like a revenant? This is Gracie
actually very
asking
interesting. So-
because Addie would not be thinking this, but I'm just curious.
So I'll have, for those of you who want to know what's going on here, it would probably be, for that question, if you're trying to figure out if it's a revenant, you could roll either religion or arcana. If you want to know if it's an undead
I don't want to know.
creature.
This is just crazy.
20 for 28 PM Arcana.
Yeah. So,
I want to know.
well, you're about to.
going on.
Talith,
Yeah.
you also creep a little closer because you can also tell at this point in time his eyes are sightless. He only has one left. The other one has been clawed and removed. You can see bone in the socket. The craziest thing, Talith, is that you know that he is not reanimated. He is not dead. You're frankly not sure how. You cannot feel like a reanimated spell or that his soul has been bound to his body. What you are seeing before you in the weirdest way, with a natural 20, you can tell this creature is actually incredibly similar to Addie. You think that his soul has been bound purely by the sheer will to survive to whatever vessel he has left.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even sure if you could kill him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It is not a matter of magic. It is not a matter of like some twisted religion is binding him. This, whoever he was, is so determined to not die that he simply isn't.
Uh-huh. And he's mentally speaking, he's probably gone.
Every energy of his being is focused on don't die, and that requires obtain food and water and breathe.
Uh-huh.
And from what you can tell, that is all that he is knowing to do.
Uh-huh.
If you were to cast, I'm going to tell you right, you don't have to cast. If you were to cast detect thoughts, you would just have eat. That would be the only thing that you would get. Not even the word, just a sense of hunger and thirst.
Right. So as he kind of ascertains all this, he's just going to say mentally to everyone, okay, how about we just very quietly and slowly just leave him be.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us want to touch whatever that is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I say very similar to Addie is because the two best words that you can think of to describe him is broken vessel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a flask with a crack in it where the water just keeps dripping out.
Mm-hmm.
But it still holds it. It just keeps refilling.
Right.
Do you proceed through the same door that you did? Currently, all the gates are open. The energy that binds it.
Other one.
I mean,
You
we
can
could.
if you'd
I
like.
want to
They're
look
open.
at one of the.
Because it was
I'm curious
swords,
about.
hearts,
what-
and something else.
Blades,
Yeah.
staffs, chalices, and coins.
Yeah.
Which is, I can't think outside the box because Medora doesn't know these things unless I look around. But I don't know.
Y'all, Leslie won't have any opinions because at this
We're-
point he is just done. Y'all are just leading him around at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talon
pretty-
and I
it's
are
pretty
kind of familiar
traumatizing.
about like what each
Yeah.
path could lead to because they kind of told us afterwards
Right.
what they all meant.
Okay.
So, I mean, no one's gonna wait for us on the other side of swords, so we could just walk through.
Right. I mean,
Mhm.
we know for sure at least that pathway is clear.
Yeah. Cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, let's just play it easy.
You head through the Path of Swords. It is still a very barren path on the walls. You can see images of warriors fighting and killing each other in every way imaginable under the sun. Some of them haven't even been imagined yet. You reach that same kind of flickering chamber. There are no creatures to greet you there bearing swords. Their bodies still lay in the pits below. Sure enough, you head through the tunnel into the Great Cavern. It takes a while. It's a long walk. You're sure that by this point in time, you've probably hit midday, maybe later, just the distance of traveling and the speed at which you're going. You enter into the kind of final proving grounds that you fought and won your prize, Addie. It is empty. There is not a soul in the chambers. You do not hear a breath of movement. You do not hear footsteps, chatter echoing down the long hallways. To your knowledge, you can't think of another living soul inhabiting this area this quietly. There is something upon second look in the kind of central that fighting ring, that big square plateau. That's the word. There's a figure. Completely still, completely silent, dressed in white robes, with very, from this distance, hard to see, kind of red, orange, and yellow stitching.
Well, we found one of the priest people.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk to them? At least see why they're down
No.
here.
Does that look familiar?
Hmm?
Does that look familiar?
I don't know.
The robes are very reminiscent of
That
the keeper of
like
the
your girl?
demonic flame.
I just,
Yes.
it seems so familiar, but I wish I could see a better view.
Just her robes. Is that the same garb?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what we've seen before. Me and Oda did.
Oh.
I will cast message, DM.
Mhm.
What do I say? Oh, what do I say?
What do I say? What do I say?
Hey, this one I don't have a specific limit for.
Oh yeah, cantrip.
I'll say, are you by chance Seo Young, the keeper of the flame?
A much deeper voice than if it were Seo Yan responds and says, "No, but the keeper awaits you."
Lovely.
Perfect. Lead on.
Where is she?
Join me here, and I will bring you to her.
I look to the others. He says he can take us.
Let's go.
Let's at least be ready for something, because there's I got some gree to it. I don't. My mama is
What?
on full off, but
We'll keep a close.
Leslie
Yeah.
nods, but he is ripping that jasmine smell stick. still. He is
Crack
that thing.
like a glow stick or like smelling
nods.
salts.
Just has a full vape going.
100%.
Yep.
where'd you get a thing from?
He's just
No,
sticking
he's-
it up
he's
one nostril and
ripping
then
it.
sticking
With
it
those
out the
vapor,
other
yeah, the
nostril.
vapor robes, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just
Um,
it's just the warm tea that's in his flask now.
But
Um,
no, it got some gree to it. But if it's the only option we got, let's just be prepared for anything.
This whole place has Greek
Um,
to it.
Oh man.
Some gree.
Here.
You join the acolyte on the plateau. And you can see now, standing here, he's not tall, but he's big. The guy is wide. You can tell that like underneath the robes, he's a hefty fella. You can see like as he moves his arms, there's just a weight to how he moves and a strength behind it. And he reaches into a bag and says, "Please remain standing. Don't move around too much. It will take some time to prepare, but I shall bring you to the keeper. She has long awaited you after you left the city, following the events of that night. If you have any small questions, perhaps I can answer them. Larger questions would best be dealt by the keeper herself." And he will begin to pull a like white powder out of his bag, kind of a yellowish white, and he will begin to spread it in a circle around you, forming some runes and sigils and stuff like that. Do you have any questions for him? Or will he complete this ritual with anything? Perfect.
Well,
Oh,
I guess
well.
the one question I had was, did we successfully complete what the keeper wanted? If we know, unless that's a bigger question for her.
The keeper left without informing the rest of the church of her going. The keeper is not allowed outside of the holy resting place of the demonic flame. However, her desire was the destruction and dissolution of the demonic revival cult, of which has been, for the most part, completed. Whether or not that confirms her direct desire for your group is unknown to one as low as I.
One as low as I
He will.
can cast teleportation circle.
I'm just saying. Their cult knows some stuff. He will finish laying the groundwork for his for whatever this ritual casting is, and he will move kind of towards the center of it and say, "Gather round closely, if you would."
Okay.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
You'll
Gets
pack
him
around him.
close.
He will put out his hands, take a deep breath, and begin to chant in a language that none of you recognize.
Just out of curiosity, what language is it?
It is a human language, but it is specific. Actually, I suppose that may mean, Addie, you might recognize it.
What would you class?
well-
I know deep speech.
It's common,
Okay.
but it's like, what is common, really?
Yeah.
Right?
Huh.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
like,
Huh.
this is a language spoken by mortals. Common is just whatever is most common. This is like, if you're in modern day, he is speaking Latin.
Yeah.
So like,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe you
He's
studied
speaking
Latin, but
old
no one's.
common.
Yeah, it's a dead language for a reason.
I see.
But Addie, you might be able to pick up some of it. It's nothing big. There's no secrets here. It's a prayer of some sort. But as
Aaron,
he
you're
puts his
so
hands,
good at just ripping off random Latin. Like, you want to try to give that a shot?
Bloody
You
man.
want
no,
you want a whole character based on just ripping out random Latin lines? It's awesome.
oh gosh,
That's okay. We can just stream.
oh, mea culpa. He's just-
I thought he had like an entire Wikipedia page for that.
I
though.
had a script.
Oh.
I did not come
You don't want
prepared
to try
with
to
a
rip
script
off
of
like
Latin
one
today.
line? That's okay. You don't have
No.
to. I won't pressure you.
But basically, it is some prayer to something. You don't quite get the gist of it. But as he puts his hands together, all of you are wreathed and engulfed in a dark purple flame. It does not burn you.
Nice.
Plus.
You are not injured by it, but your vision is completely done with as you are just engulfed by this opaque purple flame. As it dies down, you kind of blink the soot away for a second, and you find that you are standing in a different location. No more are you in that massive cavern with a skylight towards the heavens, proving grounds below. Instead, you are in a very clearly religiously ordained church or temple area. Massive stone pillars, seemingly carved from the earth themselves, as though they weren't like individually set up and carved. Someone just chipped away second by second, hour by hour into a massive cavern, as though the layout was guided by God. Like it was already in the stone and they just revealed it. It has kind of a rough hewn energy to all of the walls, the pillars, the ceiling, the floor itself. It's very natural, but very man-made. Everywhere there are flames. There is no need for sconces on the wall because at the base of every wall, every door, there are divots filled with a bright, warm flame. The acolyte will beckon to you and say, "She is awaiting you in the meeting chambers. Please follow me." And he will just begin to walk away. Yes, Leslie.
Does it still smell like death?
No.
Oh,
It smells like
hallelujah.
no, this building smells like sage and fire and soot and incense. A lot of like religious herbs are being burnt at all points in time.
Wow. Oh, lovely. Yeah, Leslie will keep the jasmine smell stick on him, but
Yeah.
he is relaxed a bit.
It's like if you lit potpourri on fire.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes, Medora, you have
Oh, I was gonna say you said incense, and I didn't know if we could smell if the incense was similar to what we're
It
trying.
is not drug. It is not drug incense.
I had to double check and make sure. I had
No,
to
but
ask.
please do.
Say,
Different incense, normal incense, guys,
Ooh,
not drugs.
okay.
But yeah, you follow acolyte number 1, unnamed in the credits, towards the apparent meeting chamber. You notice that what's everyone's passive insight? 10 plus your
Whole lot
insight.
of nothing.
12.
12, strong.
17.
17. Hey, there we go. Mind
Tyler.
guy.
13.
Wow.
13. A 13 is also pretty well enough to get this. So Medora, Talith, you notice, you don't think it. This is like a secret direction that he is taking you. Like this isn't like he's not taking you to the meeting room of the temple. It's like a side passage into a different location. As you get there, you realize that you have crossed into a building that is different from the temple, through like a small, very secluded passageway. Judging by the layout of the directions, Tal, this is more along the lines of what you get.
Mhm.
You kind of look out, you see like kind of like an alcove that might be a window, kind of get an idea of the space. Like if I were to lay out a church, how would I lay it out? I've broken into churches before. What were those like? And you think that most likely in kind of a cult-esque space, the main temple and the house of the or the like temple of the patriarch or whatever the leader would be situated next to each other, and there would be like a meeting room for the heads of those locales.
Right.
So this is a joint meeting room with both the leader of the demonic cult and the leader of the demonic flame.
Mhm.
So more than likely, you aren't just going to meet the keeper here.
Right.
So you're a bit prepared for this. Sure enough, you enter, and he pauses outside of a much larger door. He says, "I have not gotten your names. Is there a way that you would like to be presented?"
Oh boy. Are we talking like individual basis or like a group name?
Or like a group name, like
That is up to you. If individual is easier, then or you would prefer it, you're welcome to it. If you have a group name, that is also welcome.
y'all, we ain't never talked about this.
We didn't get that far.
Um,
I mean, I'm Leslie.
Leslie.
Yeah. Well,
Go on.
he looks to the rest of the group like, come on, guys, you're hanging me out to dry right now.
this is Leslie, Medora, Addie, and myself, Talith.
Medora,
We
Talith.
carry no name other than those.
Excellent. Enter into the room as I call your name. Be respectful. Be very careful with your words. And at no point in time let your head rise above the heads of the others. That should not be a problem, for they sit on a higher station than you. But there was at least one case of an avian who wanted to prove that they could fly and found themselves permanently below the ground. Just as a forewarning, respect goes a very long way here. enter as I call you. And he will step through the door. You'll hear some muttering, and then you hear announcing entrance. Talith, Medora, Addie, and the speaker of the group, Leslie.
You see Leslie's face go pale. He's like, oh no. That is brilliant. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, DMs.
Oh,
All right.
well, this is good time.
All right.
The doors swing open. Your group is invited into the audience chamber. In
Leslie
front
takes
of
a
you,
swig of his tea out of his flask.
in front of you, there are braziers filled with roaring flame, each one of a different color. They are hot, and mind you, these are not like, oh, these are little braziers where the people walk over and warm their hands. No, these are like you could lay down head to foot with like another person and still have room to sleep comfortably within these. These are massive, massive roaring bonfires. Huge stone pillars hold up the ceiling above you. That is at least like 50 to 100 feet, somewhere in that range. This is a cavernous building. There is a long flowing rug, the exact color of blood. It almost looks like a pool of blood on the ground that leads and then kind of drapes up steps of a dais on which one of them is clearly a throne. The other just looks like a fancy chair. Sitting on these seats, you see, first off, Xiao Yan, the keeper of the demonic flame. Her hair is dark black. She is pale complected. Her eyes are the clearest thing in the room. Even next to those roaring bonfires, her eyes shine almost brighter. Immediately you are trapped within her gaze, as though there is no point in time where she could not see you. Next to her is a figure that none of you have encountered before. Immediately, Addie and Talith, you feel a tremor in your heart. Sitting on the throne, clothed in kind of a loose-fitting silk robe, that leaves, for the most part, his like chest almost down to his like waist, open. It basically just drapes and hangs off of his shoulders. He is reclined, leaning one hand against the armrest, the other kind of just on his hip. There is a dark-eyed man whose entire essence seems as though it owns the space that he sits in. Like every feature of him is as though it was carved into that exact place and time. You can get a sense of weight from his presence. Just almost similar to how you feel when Vanya isn't intentionally lessening her presence.
Mm-hmm.
Like that just knowledge that someone is there, the feeling of predator and prey. Like this person knows business. They could throw down. Not on the same level of Vanya by any means, but this is someone who probably on this world ranks in the top 10 strongest people. And the keeper, Xiao Yan, will speak up and say, I'm pleased to see that your group has made it, although it seems to have fractured some. Although I have not encountered some of you. My dear girl, Medora, was it?
Yes.
Are you well?
Yes, I'm fine. Like, Medora does not know what to do in this situation because they told us to keep our heads up, so she's just like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. they're on a raised platform. So as long as you aren't leaping into the air, your head should be below theirs. And that's the main important part. Now, if they get up and walk down to you, then you've got to start worrying. She'll say, if my knowledge is correct, Talith, Addy, and you were introduced as a Leslie. But I have a feeling as though that may have been a misunderstanding. Am I correct?
Yeah. It's Leslie. Just Leslie, and it's an awfully big honor to meet you and make your acquaintance.
And the same to you. For those of you who I have not met, I am Seo Yeon, the keeper of the demonic flame, the high priestess of the temple of demonic flame. You have succeeded admirably. Some of you for a task that you did not know was given, but it was a task completed all the same. The demonic resurrection cult, revival cult, semantics, for the most part has been quelled. They will no longer be a threat to our cult, or to more importantly, the patriarch himself. And you will, for a moment, a shudder runs through you as you can tell that the patriarch gives kind of an impression of displeasure at the mention of something that could be a threat to him. And she will look across at him. Passive insights. Someone had a high number. Yeah.
12.
17, yeah.
Talith, because the mom was
Talith.
13.
This is the most. Wife says something that the husband disagrees with, gives her a look, and then she looks back and goes, "We talked about this. Don't go trying to pretend right now like we didn't talk about this."
Ah.
And then a silent acknowledgement of, "I know that you're right, but you're embarrassing me in front of the guests."
That's awesome.
All in a fraction of a second, and none of it shows on their faces. It's just literally a like shiver, and then she looks and then looks back. You deserve to be rewarded for your efforts. What you did was not easy. I'm sure that you have questions. I'm sure that you have desires. I, of course, cannot promise you anything. But our patriarch is generous. If you have desires, if you have questions, ask them now. And I can assure you that, at minimum, our best efforts will be given.
Well, I
Tal
as the
will kind of
speaker of the
step
group.
forward and place a hand on Leslie's chest.
No, let him cook. Let him cook.
I look at
Don't take
him.
this away from me. And she will hold up a hand and say, "All of you will have time to speak."
I would like to move that Talus speaks first. He just gestures to Talus, which was my plan from the beginning.
Dude, that's what you were saying the whole time? Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Dang it. Oh, I was hoping you'd take charge here, Grant.
No, Talith was not gonna let that happen. Yeah, Talith after Leslie gestures to him.
But Leslie's
to-
such a proficient
something.
liar. He's so good with words.
who says
am
I have
really
to,
good.
who says I have to lie?
Well,
I
Leslie
will step forward and say, if I may, the only reward truly that we seek at this time is information. Different patron of ours has tasked us with finding someone possibly closely tied to either yourselves or this smaller faction of the revival cult. But also, he'll kind of give a slight glance back to Addie before saying, we have a different task that also needs to be dealt with soon. Well, let's just say we have some intrusive guests within some of our hosts and we need to deal with the source of that. And that too is also connected to your cults and would be necessary for us to find.
This time, the patriarch will speak. His voice is surprisingly gentle. It is not the voice that you expected to come from him. He says, "You carry within you spawn of our intent. I can sense it. Is that the invasive guest that you speak of?"
It is.
Were you tricked into it? Taken it willingly, forced it upon you?
If
How
I
came
may,
you to be?
if I may.
What was that?
We were given the beetle, if that's what they are. We were not aware of its true nature, and then it was weaponized against us in a way that was incredibly painful and draining our life force whenever we did not do their exact bidding, which involved hurting each other. Is that your intent?
You four, how much do you know of the demonic cult?
How much do we know,
Little.
DM?
Addie would know, between Addie and Talith, your combined knowledge is still pretty fractured. The demonic cult was not a topic that you guys talked about a whole lot. You know that they are vicious, that they are a might makes right society. There was a time when they were very, very, very powerful. That was back in the day, like back when Vanya was not yet a god. That was when constant war was going on and the demonic cult was everywhere. Chianma was right at the top of potentially the strongest person in the sector.
Right.
After those wars, after the defeat of Chianma, they kind of went underground. Not a whole lot is known of them. They pop up every couple hundred years and cause some problems. Sometimes they even side with the good guys. They'll unite against a bigger evil that is going on. Not a whole lot that you guys super know about them. Most of your knowledge, Talith, is not very current, because Vanya would maybe tell you stories about when she was like young, but it's like that was 1,000 years ago.
Right.
And for you, Addie, most of your knowledge was focused on the Dark Faction and more recent events, not really a world-rounded education in this area. Seeing your kind of lack of response to it, the patriarch will say, if we are to do business, which is a poor word for what I would like to believe that we are going to do, it is important that you understand who we are and what our intent is, or was, or will be. I apologize for a history lesson when I'm sure that you have more pressing questions, more important answers awaiting you. The demonic cult was founded at a time where living, surviving, was the greatest privilege that you could ask for. Where if you didn't have the strength to survive, you were the majority of people. People lived like ants, crushed underfoot of the few who were strong enough to survive. It was not a matter of protect others. You had no time for that. If you had children, you did not have time to protect them, save them from the things that endangered them because you were too weak. Thousands, millions, hundreds of millions died. The demonic cult was built in that time. It was founded with the mentality of, to survive, you must be strong. And if you cannot be strong enough to survive, then you will die like the rest of them. There was no care towards protecting others, because you could barely afford to protect yourself. But through that mentality, we did survive. We cultured strength, and we built ourselves up through whatever means necessary. It was crude, it was barbaric, it was unkind, but it was successful. We have survived since then by maintaining that ideology. No matter what trouble we encountered in the outside world, beyond the walls of our sect, we faced it head on with strength, by whatever means necessary. That brings us to now, which, frankly, is far more important than what happened before, because I cannot change what happened before. I'm sure that you are not very well versed in our politics. I'm thankful for that. I am not very well liked by most of the elders of this cult. In a word, they believe that I am too kind. That is viewed as weakness here. I am of the belief that the purpose behind our doctrine of might makes right is to build ourselves to a point where we can protect those who are not strong, where we can give them time to grow and find strength. As I said, the elders do not like my ideologies. What you witnessed on the way here, the poison jar, what you saw there, it is proof that perhaps the elders are not wrong. It is also a proof that I deny. What you found there is evidence of strength. I cannot deny that. What you found there is proof that within a mortal's capacity, or perhaps beyond it, lies unimaginable, rule-breaking strength. It is also not a strength that I value. So as to your question, no, I do not intend to force you to do anything. I am tempted, for within me lies the queen. I will not, because I have the strength not to, and I believe that you have the strength to do what is needed without me forcing you to do so. as proof. And he will kind of almost lazily hold up his hand. And he will clench his fist tight. Both of you immediately feel intense heartburn.
Nice.
And then it stops and you just start sweating. Just buckets. And as you kind of look down, you notice that you aren't sweating like clear sweat. It is like little black droplets of just impurities being expelled. It smells rancid.
Oh.
And he says, "The demonic bugs are gone. They shall not plague you anymore. They shall not be used against you. Take it as a symbol of my goodwill."
Wesley pulls out his jasmine stick again and just starts sniffing a little bit.
This is too much for me
Thank
too.
The
Let me have
acolyte
some of
will
this.
pull out some wet towelettes from his little satchel, and he'll hand them out. They're
Thank
lemon
you.
scented.
Your kindness is not unseen. The only other matter that we wish to address is the demonic cults spreading divinity within the slums and the rest of the capital. And
What a
we
crass name.
have been
Divinity.
tasked with expunging the source.
In that you may perhaps find yourself performing another favor for me.
I take
The
it
head
then-
of...
Oh, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
I forgive you this time. The head of the demonic revival cult is alive still. He is an elder here, although his strength comes not from strength of arm, to an extent, but to rather his influence and charisma. The leader of the fanatics, his name is Seung Min. He is crafty and cruel. And even amongst the cult, or his followers, I do not believe he holds the same ideals. I do not know what drives him. Perhaps it is greed. Perhaps it is a lust for power. Perhaps he simply does not value people in any form. To some extent, I was aware of his deeds. I know that he met with, call them tourists, people from outside of this sector. And I know that shortly after that, his lackeys began distributing the so-called divinity. If you are searching for a source, he would be your most direct line. The top of the chain, at least here, on Vodakesh. Coincidentally, I do not like him. Unfortunately, my kindness bids that I show him mercy and generosity. Or at least, present it in the form of not having him killed, which of course, I would never ask anyone to do, especially not foreigners, not native to Vodakesh. Truly, it would be an absolute shame if someone unrelated to the cult were to kill him.
The intent of the four of us, at least, would not be to kill him, no.
Torture would be equally as bad.
I,
The
Oh,
removal
yeah.
from existence, devastating.
anyway,
Removal from my
How
sight,
horrible.
unbearable.
Oh wow.
Couldn't fathom it.
Just
Couldn't fathom it.
But
Keep that in mind.
just so that we do know, I mean, if you have a description of what this person looks like.
I can give you a description. I can even tell you where he is located.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
He resides, pardon me, in the far west mountains of the Colts lands. They're called the Mountains of Madness, partially because of their natural energies, partially because he resides there. This young Min is a master of mental manipulation. He uses various sorcerer's arts to create illusions and barriers, to ensorcel and beguile. While he is not strong of arm, his armies are strong. He is capable of creating Zhongxi. You would call them zombies in your tongue. Undead creatures that still hold some memory of who they once were, stronger. My informants tell me that you walked through the path of blades. The creatures that you fought there were Zhongxi.
That makes sense.
In terms of his appearance, and please keep in mind, of course, I'm simply informing you out of great respect for both you and him. And I shall keep my words as kind and respectful as I deem worth it, as I am patriarch. He is an ugly little root. Thin and wheedly, long greasy hair, a crooked nose, most likely because it has been broken multiple times by people who do not like him.
Probably.
I am at least 3 of them. His skin is sallow and pale. His eyes are sunk deep into his skull like beady little black marbles. His hands are calloused and bony and look like diseased branches of a willow tree.
Addie's like trying to hold in a chuckle this entire time. She's picked
he-
up exactly what he's put down.
Yeah. He wears a frankly embarrassing amount of finery at all points in time.
Who would need that?
Bedazzled is a word that I would use
Oh,
in all sorts of gemstones and richeries and fineries, which of course would be devastating if they would be lost for any reason, specifically to his family's name.
Probably high value.
It should be warned, of course, that many of them carry devastating curses to those not of his blood who would wear them. But, of course, they would certainly at least sell quite well on a market, of course, completely hypothetically.
Of course.
Although I'm sure that a curse could be cleansed by strong enough magic. Though I could not possibly recommend to you someone who would do something, perhaps in the industrial district.
Yeah.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
Love him.
You had mentioned that he met with foreigners. Do you happen to recognize the name of Larkspur at all?
A tasteless, wheedly little man with a over-defined mustache and
That's it. Sorry.
spectacles.
Yeah, so sorry. That's him. So sorry.
No, of course. Yes, he was among the party.
We suspect that.
Alongside him. Oh, may I?
Oh, of course.
You keep cutting them off.
It's hard.
Discord
over the
delay!
internet, guys.
I know,
It's
it's
hard.
the Discord delay!
he's trying, Jar Jar. He's
No, I
trying.
know. No, this Fedora's saying it to him. It's Fedora saying
Medora
it
just
to
kicks
Talus.
Cal's foot.
Come on. Respect your elders.
Alongside him were several humanoid members of his party, along with automatrons, perhaps as guards hired from the Modrons. Even to my eyes, their meeting was shielded. As I said, Seung Min is a master of mental sorcery. While certainly in a battle to the death, I would emerge victorious, his scene arts are greater than mine, at least in that aspect. I was unable to peer upon what their conversation held.
Thank you. This is very valuable information for us. We have reason to believe that this Larkspur character is the source of this drug and the ire for our patron. So this information is much appreciated.
Of course. I should also mention, if there are requests for us, whether it be in terms of a physical requirement or questions later on, we will be happy. I would be happy to respond in kind. Of course, it seems as though at least one of you already carries one of our treasures. He looks at you, Addie. Believed to be stolen at one point, but
You want it back?
it has been won. And while I do not approve of the methods, by tradition, it is yours. If you would like to give it back, I would not turn it down.
I kind of like it. You wouldn't happen to have a really heavy sword around here, would you?
A really heavy sword.
And this
I
one's
see.
fine. It's just
Are you looking
could-
for something heavier than the club that you bear?
yes.
That can be arranged.
You know, just in case I run into any weasels.
Of course. Have you any other gifts that you request from me at this point?
I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind a couple spell scrolls.
Do you make the request?
Oh boy, do I make? Oh, actually, oh. Ooh. Now there's a question that Drew could ask. Perhaps at a later date, if you, perhaps have some libraries that I could peruse. There are some certain magics that I would seek to become more proficient in.
That can be done. You are welcome to stay here and perform whatever tasks you deem tasteful. Whenever you are done with said tasks, simply return to the Temple of the Demonic Flame, and I will be notified of your return. I hope that whatever you do end up doing here at the Demonic Cult goes well, and no harm befalls you. It should be known that our people are at times extravagant, willful. So keep that in mind. But
Leslie,
I have. Oh yes, sir.
no, Leslie just raises his hand while he's talking.
Do not be timid here.
I just had a thought. And you wouldn't happen to know anybody by the name of J.R. Collins, would you? Now this is that for all y'all. This is that time guy, right? That at the beginning picked us all up in his fancy dimension. So maybe this guy's had a run-in with this guy. Who knows? Just by chance.
Yeon Seok ponders for a moment, and then he looks over at Seo Yeon, and she will speak up and she will say, "We have some records of him. Of course, he is known, for he is the most wanted man in existence. Is there any information that you are specifically looking for? Our records are few, but we have some."
I guess just anything. He's a mystery, and I'd just like to know more.
Well, I'm sure that we can uncover some scrolls that contain mention of him. One that I do know of personally is that it is believed that he was present in the final battle between Vanya and Shionma. What that means, I do not know, but it is stated on our records that he was there.
Thank you. It'd also be nice to be able to see a little better. If I don't know if you can do anything about that, but like farther, better in the dark. Those kinds of things would be helpful for me. If you got anything. If not, that's okay.
As you leave, we may have something for you.
Nice. Thanks.
Now, we both have very pressing matters to attend to, and of course it would be very strange for us to spend so much time with strangers in our personal meeting chambers. Of course, you as valued guests will not be treated badly here on the grounds. Outside, we cannot guarantee your safety, so walk with confidence. Don't be afraid to be brutal when the time calls for it. And I pray that you aren't terribly frightened of blood. As adventurers, that's a good trait to avoid, regardless. But I must bid you farewell. We must return, and good luck on whatever trials lie ahead of you. And as they wish you goodbye, that is where we're going to end the episode tonight. Thank you very much to all of our people out there. For those of you raiders who are here, thanks.
Yo.
Happy to have you. Thank you to my players for being here and for being excellent and being funny and fun and cool.
Right back at you, DM.
Thank you
Great
to our
session.
Kickstarter backers. We couldn't do this without you. We're working real hard. I should tell you right now, I'm not sure, as for the next weeks, probably next 3 weeks, whether or not we will be streaming. There's a good chance that we may not. Holidays are coming up. People got to go places, talk to people. We'll keep you informed in our Discord as best we can. Sometimes it's like, hey, Monday, 7 o'clock. Sorry, guys, we're not streaming tonight. That's because we didn't know either.
And you guys will be seeing things
Yes.
uploaded on the channels. So y'all can keep your eyes out there while we are on our break.
Grant has so much free time to edit.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
Hot dang. So keep an eye out for that. Do you guys level up?
Oh.
I mean, after all,
Medora
all
had
the
freaky
things
stuff
we've done, all the
happen.
conversations
After
we've
all,
had, family
just
bonding
level up?
time.
We saw
That
we
seems
saw
like
a
a no.
corpse eating that was
No.
kind of alive, which is cool.
Yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Take
we
a
haven't
take
even had our
pictures,
first
take a-
I feel like we
combat
gotta
at level
fight.
6 yet.
We gotta
That's
fight
true.
something. Yeah, we gotta fight something.
I was
Um,
really hoping I'd get a fight like a giant beetle.
Plus, if we level up, then
No, but
DJ
that's-
doesn't, and that
Yeah,
would be
DJ's
awkward.
still level 5. You
And
guys are
DJ's
gonna show back
actually
up.
still level 5 still.
You're all gonna be like level 12, and DJ's gonna show up at level 5 and be like, "Thanks." In that case, I don't think I have anything more to say. Thank you all for being here. I am so ready to go to sleep. Only thing I got left to say is the same thing I say every single week. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. We will see you next time, Dungeoneers. Have a happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Have fun.
holidays.
See your families. Eat good food. So on and so forth.